Their sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Mason.
I've got to clean up my act.
Ireland.
I'm just a dope.
The Waba Grill lunch hour is on right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
So Ireland is up in Idaho. We're here in L.A. Brian's here. Lars here. Gang's in the house. Ireland, what's the happenings there in Idaho? Like, what do you do all day when you're in Idaho?
Okay, so it's super cold in the mornings.
Okay.
In the mornings, it's in the 30s.
Oh,
But in
okay.
the afternoons, like by the time our show gets done, it's in the 60s.
Nice.
So you do everything you need to get done in the morning, and then you head out after the show, and then you can go golf and eat dinner and hang out and go to the outdoor restaurants and all that stuff. And then it's lather, rinse, repeat the next day. Lisa is not here. She comes in tonight.
Oh, okay.
So I had this place to myself last night.
Wow.
But
Did
I'm
you throw a
picking-
party?
No, I got here too late. But
damn.
I
Thought it was a risky business situation. No.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. Boy, this house is a good party house.
Is it?
Yeah.
Haven't been invited, so I wouldn't.
No, you. Okay, so we were talking about this the other night.
Yeah.
That you are actually on a very short list.
Okay.
Lisa and I were saying, who would we allow to come here? Now, we haven't done this yet.
Okay.
But we said, who would we allow to come here without us? And you were on that list. There's only about 10 people on it.
Really? Only
And
10?
you and-
Anybody
you
else
and
from the
Juan
station?
No. You're the
Oh!
only- I'm gonna do a 7-10 trip for the golfers at the station.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna bring Morales and Cates and you know those
Nice.
guys all up here. But I'm gonna be here for that. Would you turn your house over to Morales without you?
Huh?
No.
Yeah, I was like, no.
No, I would not. Would you?
No.
You wouldn't turn your house over. You're saying
No.
he's not on the approved list.
No, to stay here by himself. But I'm going to invite him and host him while I'm here.
Yeah, I hosting him is one thing. Letting him live in the house by himself,
That is awful.
just awful. Is what that is.
Absolutely.
Awful. But I have promised. We're in the middle of getting a new jacuzzi. I have promised that the last people to be in our jacuzzi before we drain it and take it away, Morales and Cappy.
Oh wow! And if
Just-
then you're not going in after that, so they could do whatever they want.
Correct.
In there.
Just let her rip, guys.
Oh,
Whatever the
yeah.
hell it is you wanted to do all along. Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
All right, so Ireland, the Masters took place over the weekend, and congratulations, you were the winner.
Although, I didn't make as much as you think I made.
I know. I
So-
did the math myself.
Okay,
Yes.
so I bet 5 golfers, $2,000 each.
Yep.
10 grand total. McIlroy wins it, so I only won $4,000. Well, I guess I won $6,000 because I get the 2 back.
Yeah, $6,000.
But it's better than losing.
Me and Bergman both lose 10,000 mythical dollars on that. By the way, whenever we play Mythical Money is brought to you by Chumba Casino. New games added weekly, no purchase necessary. Play Chumba Casino anytime, anywhere. Go to ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Got to be 21. Terms and conditions apply.
So what do you think of this Lakers matchup? You like it? You don't like it? What do you think?
You know, I think it's going to be a very tough series.
I agree.
Minnesota has played really well down the stretch.
9 out of 11.
And
Won 9 out of 11.
they avoided the play-in tournament by going down to the wire. I think they've won 49 games. The Lakers won 50. The Minnesota Timberwolves won 49 games. So it's not as though there's a lot to separate the two teams. They've really only played once since the Luka trade, and in that game, no Gobert and no Julius Randle. So it's hard to say. We're going to kind of see it for the first time when we get to Saturday, right?
Yeah, and I don't know how much of a factor Gobert is going to be. The Lakers may be able to play him off the court. Just because the Lakers are going to go small, and I don't know what once you go small. Gobert's not a great offensive player; he's a great defensive player.
Yes,
but Ant-Man is the real deal. This will surprise you. Anthony Edwards made more 3-pointers than any player in the NBA this year. He made more than Steph. So you really, really got to – I think LeBron – because he was on the Olympic team with LeBron in Paris, I think LeBron knows how good he is and will tell everybody else. But if you let that guy get going, you're in big trouble. He's great.
Yeah. And by the way, you mentioned his three-point shooting has been elite. He's shooting 40% from three on 11 threes a game. So he's shooting a bunch. And this is actually interesting, John. The Timberwolves, we think of them as being the big team, right? Because they go Bear, and they're the big.
And Nas Reed, and they can put two big guys out there at once.
They are much more effective from three. Their game is really 3-point shooting. They're 5th in the league in 3-point shots attempted, about 40 a game, and they're shooting 39.5%. And they've got Edwards, DiVincenzo makes a bunch, Nas Reed makes a bunch coming off the bench. So even though we think of them as the big team, it's also a team that's going to, you're going to affect by defending the perimeter.
Which the Lakers are not always great at. Their philosophy is clog up the lanes, let people shoot from outside and see if that works. And for most of the season, it's worked. But to your point, if you do it against a really good 3-point shooting team, it's kind of risky.
Yeah, it is. It is. By the way, it's the Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Reacting to the Timberwolves locking in the 6th seed to face the Lakers in the first round. Michelob Ultra, refreshing and balanced flavor, only 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, only worth it if you enjoy it. Please play responsibly.
Although, Mace, let me finish, before we change subjects.
Sure.
Luka took them out last year.
Yes.
In the second round, and 4-1 with the Mavericks. So I think he matches up well against them. But man, I think these playoffs are wide open. I know the Lakers are the 3. I wouldn't be shocked if they go out in the first round, but I also wouldn't be shocked if they make it to the finals. I think that both things are possible. It's not like Oklahoma City, after we played those 2 games there last week, the first game we beat them by 27. The second game is when I lost it, when they threw Luka out.
Right.
And I think that game would have come down to the wire had they not thrown Luka out. And we might not even have to play them. They're on the other they're on the other side of the bracket. And what happens if the Clippers take them out? Then we could get Lakers-Clippers in the conference finals if the Lakers win. But like I said, Lakers could lose to Minnesota. I mean, it's that close. All these teams are, like you said, I think Lakers 50, Wolves 49, Warriors are there, Clippers are there. Everybody's won about the same amount of games.
Jumbled up approximately the same number of wins. So, and I was asking Laura, and I don't know the answer to this. So, Game 1, Lakers, is going to be Saturday night at
5:30,
Crypto, right?
The primetime game on ESPN. Yeah.
Now, is Game 1 Kings going to be Sunday?
Yes.
Easter Sunday.
Now, here's a little background.
It's either going to be here or there, right?
Yeah, they're playing it out. I think it's going to be in L.A., but there's still a couple games to go in the regular season. If it is in L.A., it'll be the first time the Lakers and Kings have opened a first-round playoff series on the same weekend since Magic Johnson and Wayne Gretzky in 1991.
Wow.
That was that year you went deep, or no, was it 93 or 91 that you went deep into the playoffs with the Kings? You and Schwartz followed them around.
Yeah, that was
for a while.
91.
Yeah. So that was the last time this happened.
Yeah, wow. So we got all of it going on. And, of course, we're the home of the Lakers, home of the Kings. So we got everything. Luke Robitaille comes on every Tuesday. Yeah, it's a great time to be us. Coming up next for you, John, this is interesting. I want to get your take on this. The way Jim Nance made the final call of the Rory McIlroy championship, I want to get your reaction to it.
Okay.
Coming up next. Plus, this Nico Imaleva thing is completely out of control now, isn't it?
I think it's really interesting to talk about, though. Let's get into it.
We'll do it. Coming up. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. Hey, you know what time it is. It's time to Chumba. It's game time. At Chumba Casino, the action never stops. You can play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire and slots, so much more. Hundreds of games. You will never run out of action. Here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus, free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. Play for free. Take your shot. You could redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking and the game is on. Suit up and let's do it. Head to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at WabaGrill.com. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Financing at just 2.99%. Plus, drive with America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. And Hyundai's Assurance Program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or online at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com to find your perfect Santa Fe today.
On approved credit, 0 security deposit. 36 payments of $29.08 per $1,000 financed. Offer expires 4/30/2025.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a 62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really good guitar solo.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people?
Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins, fresh steamed vegetables, and signature sauces. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
You know why we're playing this, Ireland?
She just got back from space.
Katy Perry has touched down in Texas, finally. She was up there for all of, 11 minutes? Was it 11? Yeah, 11 minutes. 4 minutes. Yeah. Something like that. Her, I don't know some of these people. Gail King from the CBS Morning Show, Oprah's friend. Alicia Bowe, Amanda Wynn, Carrie Ann Flynn, and Lauren Sanchez, who married into that flight in space.
Not yet.
Oh, they're not married?
They're getting married, and that means they're taking over all of Italy for that wedding, and it is going to be the most lavish, expensive wedding of all time.
Good for them. Party up. I worked with Lauren Sanchez a few times. You know Lauren Sanchez.
I do.
Could not be a nicer person. In my dealings with her, could not be a nicer person. Is really nice to me on set, all that kind of stuff. So good for her. I hope those two crazy kids are in love, and Katy Perry comes back from space. There you have it.
They're all back. They're back already.
Yeah, they're already back. The 11 minutes is up, and I don't know. I would like to go. I would do it in a second. Would you do it?
No.
Just 11 minutes. That's it.
The reason I wouldn't do it is Michael, studies all this stuff, and he says it's not really going to space. You're going to the edge of space, and then you come back.
But you are in a zero gravity situation.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I've never been in zero gravity. Have you?
But you're much more
adventurous.
Open to it. Yes, good word. You're much more open to new experiences than I am. Yeah. I like what I like and kind of stay in my lane. You're like, space, why not? Let's go.
Exactly. So I was in a Waymo this weekend, and I realized nobody can see in the passenger seats of a Waymo. Have you noticed this?
No.
When you
because I always look to see if there's a driver. I've never looked to see if there's a passenger.
Right. I think the back seat is totally tinted. I can never see who's in there.
And you have zero safety concerns when you're in one of these things.
None whatsoever.
Did you see one of them jammed up a drive-through in an In-N-Out last week?
Did you? No, I didn't. But did you see the Uber that got into a crash last week? I mean, seriously. Is that really where we are?
We've talked about this, that they're weird. They don't know how to maneuver certain situations. My friend Elena was took her cousins on a Waymo because she was like, oh, look, it's cool. They don't have it where they were visiting from her country. And she goes, dude, they left us in the middle of Venice. Like, you know where the sign Venice is? He
right.
said, just left us there because they didn't know where to go.
Mace, is it when you do a Waymo, is it more expensive or less expensive than an Uber?
Less expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I use it. Plus, you don't have to tip.
And if they perfect this technology, it'll put Uber out of business.
Yeah. In fact, Amazon just released theirs. I think it's called Zoinks.
Okay.
Does that sound like something you would want? Would you want to get it into a Zoinks? When does my Zoinks get here? Maybe I have that wrong. Zoinks. Somebody look that up. A Zoinks.
Sounds like a crash waiting to happen.
I would not take a Zoinks.
No.
Ireland, would you take a Zoinks?
I won't even take a Waymo.
Yeah, Waymo sounds good. Zoinks sounds terrible.
It doesn't.
Laura, do you have the story on the Zoinks?
No, but I can find it.
Yeah, I think it's called a Zoinks. I would not ride in one of those. So Ireland, I wanted to play. This is Jim Nance's final call of the Masters yesterday. I'm not sure. Nobody gets very excited at the Masters. Listen to Rory McIlroy win.
The long journey is over. McIlroy has his masterpiece.
So is that a line you lay out in advance? Can you be more excited than that?
Okay. So, Jim Nance, let me just say, I've met Jim Nance. He's a great guy. Like, he could not be nicer. Wonderful broadcaster, Hall of Fame guy. But if you don't like rehearsed lines, then you're not going to like Jim because he does this consistently. I guarantee you he thought of that the morning before, the day before.
And wrote it down?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think whoever won was going to be a masterpiece?
No.
It was only Rory that got the masterpiece.
Because he was going for the career Grand Slam.
Do you think they had the backup guy? Do you think he had a line for, was it Patrick Reed? Was he the guy that finished second?
It was Justin Rose. So it would have been something like
a Rose by any other name.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And they would have
so
played
hacky.
off of that.
Now, do you ever plan stuff out when you're calling games?
Try not to.
Yeah.
You know, when LeBron broke the scoring record,
yes,
I was running around that day, and LeBron loves Prince.
Okay.
So for some reason, I think I was playing golf, and the song "Party Man" came on, the song that Prince did for the movie with Nicholson and Michael Keaton.
Right.
And there's a line in there that says, "All hail the new king in town, young and old gather round." And I thought in the back of my mind, if LeBron breaks it on a jump shot, like if it's not on a free throw, that's a good line to throw in there. So I used it when he broke the scoring record. That's about as close as I get to pre-planning anything.
What would you have done if it was a free throw?
I wouldn't have done that because it would have been a very
anticlimactic.
I probably would have said, "There it is with that free throw. LeBron is the new, king of LA or king of the scoring championship."
Right.
But I wouldn't have done the Prince line.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. He does it. He did it for years with the NCAA tournament.
Right. There's a wizard in the stands where UCLA returns the title to Westwood.
There's a brand new Wall. It is John Wall and the Kentucky Wildcat. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Zuks.
So, did you find it? It's Zuks?
Zuks.
How do you spell it?
Zoox.
Zuks.
Mm-hmm. Not Zoinks.
Zoinks. I was in the ballpark.
Yeah, no, you were.
Zuks, Zoinks. I don't think I'm going to get into a Zuks.
It looks kind of
Zuks
cool, actually.
sounds like one of those things that when you watch the old Batman TV show, it'll say Zuks.
Oh, yeah, like
when
the
somebody
big
bam, Zuks.
Pow. Yeah, no, it actually looks pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
So Ireland, this is a really weird situation with the Tennessee quarterback Nico Imaleva, who, and we all know that the NIL is the wild, wild west, and it is crazy what is going on out there. So he is leaving Tennessee, and he's a pretty good quarterback. After an NIL dispute, the school agreed to pay him $2.4 million. Now he's holding out for more, so they cut him. Paul Feinbaum, you found this. Paul Feinbaum, here he is talking about Nico Imaleva and the contract dispute.
This is an inflection point in the history of college football. This is the first time in this NIL era that we have had a literal holdout. Happens every day in the NFL. It's never happened in college football. He was expected to make about $2.5 million, and while people are seeing their 401s crash right now, he wanted more than that, reportedly as much as $4 million. And Tennessee finally said, you know what, we're done. What's interesting is he's not that great. I talked to various sources around the SEC yesterday, and I said, tell me where he ranks out of the 16 quarterbacks in the SEC. They said somewhere between 6 and 8. Tennessee saw the same thing, and that's why he is no longer on the Tennessee roster this morning.
So he completed 64% of his passes, 19 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, looking for more than $2.4 million. John, he says an inflection point. Do you think this is an inflection point?
100%, because I think most coaches would have been afraid to let that a kid that talented go.
Right.
It was a business decision, and that's what he means by inflection point. Now, like in the old days, if you got a kid to recruit and come to your school, what kept him there was if he transferred, he'd have to sit out a year.
Right.
You don't have to do that anymore. You just go into the portal. I think this changes college football forever, because now kids know if they ask for more money, they could be left with nothing.
Or they could get a big raise.
Right, which is what he's banking on. He's betting on himself. But the difference between, like, for example, Jimmy Butler basically held out in Miami.
Right.
But he got paid the whole time. It happens in pro sports because all those guys are under contract.
Yep.
An NIL agreement isn't necessarily a contract. You just, like, I don't know how much of that $2.4 million they had already paid him, but he's not getting any more money out of Tennessee.
Right.
And so now I think this thing's – now here's what do you think of this idea? These guys are now basically pro athletes.
Correct.
Right?
They're
being paid.
Yep.
Would you allow trades? For example, like USC, who's the guy that played quarterback at the end of the year? Maeva.
Jade Maeva.
Yeah. They haven't said yet if they're moving forward with him or not.
Sounds like he's the guy, but they got Husan Longstreet in there too.
Could
freshman.
Lincoln Riley, if he wanted to, call Josh Heupel at Tennessee and say, hey, you have any interest in Jaden Maeva? I really need a left tackle, and you have 2 of them. How about you trade me one of your left tackles? Now, the kid would, I suppose, have a say in it.
Yes.
Because he doesn't want to go to school at a place where, you could hide behind, I'm going to school for an education. None of these kids really think that way. They're going to school to try and get to the NFL.
Yes.
But do you think we're that far off from allowing trades?
It's an interesting question. Because there's only a 1-year commitment, right?
Right.
And also, you want kids to have some self-determination. If I decide I want to go to USC, why would I allow myself to be traded to Tennessee? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, if you were talking about a 3-year contract and you can move a 3-year contract, that's one thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
You're saying sign multi-year deals with players.
Might as well, yeah, like give somebody a 4-year deal, agree to a price, and then trade them. But no, the only problem with that is the kid has no say.
Correct.
Now, but in the pro sports, like Luka Doncic had no say when the Mavericks traded him. Same with AD.
Yeah, that's true.
They had, now some kids, like elite kids, would get no trade clauses if this ever went in, but most kids wouldn't. I mean, I think that's where it's heading, don't you? It's become pro sports.
It has become professional sports. Yeah, we could be on the verge of that, or it could be just another. I mean, I understand why a kid would hold out for more money. If Nico Imaleva can make more, by the way, here are the odds for where he's going to wind up next. UCLA is the first pick.
Really?
Yep. UCLA is the number 1 pick for him.
UCLA doesn't have a very good NIL program.
And USC is the number 3 pick for him in Vegas.
See, USC has more money than UCLA does.
They do, and they're getting better at it. In fact, I was talking to my friends Dennis and Don over the weekend. We had dinner, and we were talking about USC. And, they do have the number 1 recruiting class for 2026, and I think that's because somebody opened up the wallet and is paying some guys. So finally, they've got a good recruiting class where they're keeping guys at home. A lot of Southern California kids, a lot of California kids staying with USC now, so maybe they've turned the corner. But, I think we probably are on the verge of a trade market, a trade deadline? Could there be a trade deadline?
Yeah, I mean, I think all of it. I think just everything that happens in pro sports is now you just got to transfer it down to college. That's why a lot of these coaches are quitting, because they don't want to manage that.
Right. All right, coming up next, we're going to spin the wheel of questions, and after that, according to one college football analyst, the haters are going to come out for one player in 2025, and what's going on with the Dodgers? Rough weekend for the Dodgers. We'll get into that. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you are hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter. You probably know it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. Not if you use ZipRecruiter, and right now you can use it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. We don't leave anything to chance. They use an algorithm that matches your job to the skills of the marketplace, and they can help you find qualified candidates fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So what are you waiting for? It's free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the
Waba
world.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, basketball fans. John Ireland here. You've seen Austin Reeves rise to the occasion, and now he's bringing that same drive to his latest signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Built for speed, support, and all-day comfort, these kicks are made for players who never back down. Austin was involved in every step, making sure the AR2s match his game. Tough, versatile, and ready for anything. Go to Rigorer.com, Rigorer, and get your pair today. Rigorer.com.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
That's a dumbass question.
We switched the sound effects. All right, guys. So, as you know, the Kansas City Chiefs have played on Christmas in the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
They actually put in a formal request to be the permanent team to play on Christmas. And a VP of the NFL said, we're not there yet. We have not committed. We do know that the Lions and the Cowboys, play on Thanksgiving.
Right.
But we have not committed for anyone to be the permanent host of Christmas Day, Black Friday. So my question to you guys is, if you guys could pick a team to be permanent for Christmas Day, who would it be, or do you want it to be rotating?
It should rotate. The reason that the Lions and Cowboys have Thanksgiving to themselves is because back when Pete Rozelle started that, nobody wanted to play on Thanksgiving. They didn't think it would work. And Tex Schramm, who was running the Cowboys at the time, said, you guys are all idiots. If we play on Thanksgiving, everyone's going to watch. Everyone's home with nothing to do. And so the Cowboys agreed, and the Lions followed suit, that if we agree to play the first game on Thanksgiving, then we get that day moving forward because nobody wanted to do it. And so the league said, okay, because I really wanted to try it. Now, Mace, we know that sports on holidays works.
Sure.
So nothing against the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are great.
But where are we in 10 years? Are the
right.
Chiefs
If I'm the NFL, they don't need it. They had to do it back then because nobody wanted to play on Thanksgiving, and the Cowboys and Lions said, okay, we'll do it reluctantly. But in exchange for playing on Thanksgiving, we get the right of refusal moving forward. The NFL's not there anymore. They don't have to do that.
Yeah,
rotate it.
Honestly, rotate it. I want to see the best possible matchup every single year. So why not see where everybody is in terms of records, et cetera? Is that a flex state? Now, I would make that a flex state so that you could flex a game to that. Is that possible?
Now you're getting into. Okay, I'm glad you brought this up. The reason that flex states, and there's a proposal on the table now, I don't know the status of it, that they're talking about being able to flex games 1 week away. And here's why, and you're a perfect example, Mace, for why this may not work.
Okay.
You are a season ticket holder for the Rams. You plan your weeks for the football season around the Rams home games.
Sure.
Think about this. Let's say you bring your whole family out to go to the Rams game on Thanksgiving.
Right.
And then they flex out of it a week beforehand. Your family has already bought plane tickets, hotel reservations. You've bought extra tickets to accommodate your family at the game.
Yep.
And they just undermined you. That's John Mara, the owner of the Giants, is the leader of this gang. He says that they should eliminate flexing altogether. I don't agree with that. But I like the way it is now. I think they got to give, is it 4 weeks notice?
21 days notice.
3 weeks notice.
Yeah, 3 weeks notice.
I'm okay with that. But even
that's
doing
enough of a heads up.
But if you do it for a holiday game, for a Christmas or Thanksgiving game, you're really messing with people. Because, you make plans for where you're going to be on Christmas 6-7 months out.
That's true.
So I don't think they'll do that.
But I don't think Kansas City is going to be the permanent Christmas Day choice.
I don't blame them for trying.
Yeah,
why not? I think they're being smart.
No harm in asking. It's a high-profile event for your franchise.
Yeah, the league is cyclical. In 10 years, the Chiefs might be last in that division. All the other teams in that division are moving up.
Hey, I want to mention that Shadano and Cap this afternoon from 3 to 6 are live from SeaWorld. That's Travis Rogers' dolphin sound effect.
National Dolphin Day today.
You know what? It's not terrible.
No, it's not the worst. It's not. I've heard worse dolphins. You can follow our socials. Call in for a chance to win a family 4-pack and a night at the family-friendly Paradise Resort and Casino and Spa. Not casino. Paradise Point Resort and Spa, just minutes from the park. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing. Those guys will be live. I think Bergman's there.
Yeah.
I think Morales is there. Yes. They're playing with jellyfish and starfish and.
Did you see Morales' Instagram video with the was it like a dolphin? I don't think it was a dolphin.
He was with the dolphin?
Shamu, there you go.
What, he was with it? Swimming with it?
No, it was like a little doll on his
a little
chest.
doll. All
So
right.
when I was a TV reporter in San Diego, they sent me to do a story on one of the killer whale trainers.
Mm-hmm.
Guy he lived across the other side of Mission Bay. He took a boat to work every day. He was a fun guy.
Yeah.
He did a good job. And so for the stand-up, and if you're not familiar with this, if you do a story and you're a field reporter, you got to show up at some point in that story. So for the stand-up, we decided to put me right next to the tank, and I was saying something like, this is Steve Mason. He's a trainer at SeaWorld, and he can get these whales to do literally anything. And then the whale leaps out of the water and unloads, just spits and drowns me in water.
Good.
Okay.
Cool. That's a good shot.
We had one take for obvious reasons
to
do this because I was going to look like a wet noodle after it was over. So the trainer nails it perfect.
Yep.
I'm word perfect and get the stand up, and it could not have gone better. And the photographer looks at me and he goes, I didn't get it.
Oh, no.
And I didn't know what to say. I just sat there for like 60 seconds speechless, and I didn't know what to say, didn't know what to do. And he walks up to me, he goes, I'm just messing with you. I wanted to see if you would lose.
Oh, that's funny. And you maintained calm.
I did. It wasn't like in Oklahoma City where I lost it on the ref. Back then I was like, this is a good photographer, and he had it though. He knew that he was messing with me, but I thought it was really funny actually the way he did it, and the stand-up came out great.
Yeah. Hey, got a text from Scott Kaplan. He says he also can be very Nancian. We played Jim Nance's final call.
The long journey is over. McIlroy has his masterpiece.
Now, would it have been just as effective, if Scott Kaplan was the play-by-play guy, and when McIlroy sank that putt, he said this?
What a fortunate moment we find ourselves in.
Pretty good, right?
It does kind of work in any situation.
Yeah, it works in
I remember
in
when he
terrible
came up with that,
situations.
I dropped it into a Laker game in honor of Cappy.
It's such a funny what a
I should do it again.
moment we find ourselves in is very Nancian. So Dodgers of the week. By the way, you keep sending me these notes every day. Are you scared now? Are you terrified now?
No,
Are you
I said
worried now?
No, I asked you last week what your level of concern was, and you said 0.
0.
Now they're in third place.
Yes.
The Padres are 13-3.
Right.
The Giants are 9-4.
Yep.
Your level, you have to be at least a 1.
Not in the slightest.
You have 0 level of concern.
No, they've Ireland. Seriously, they've had a bad stretch.
Mace,
but this
on
is
Saturday
a game
night,
of 100. Go ahead, take Saturday night because my takeaway is completely different than yours.
Okay,
Go ahead.
they lost 16-0, the worst home loss in Dodgers history, going back to 1962.
So here's what I took from that game: Roki Sasaki, best appearance so far this year. 5 innings, allowed just 4 hits and 1 earned run in his. I think that's his 4th start. I mean, Miguel Rojas gave up 5. I mean, he was doing impressions of everybody else's delivery. By the way, the Sasaki with the high leg kick was great.
I
the
loved
Kershaw
it.
The Yamamoto was amazing.
The Yamamoto was
on the money.
point.
I mean, it was just at some point they were just goofing around in that game.
I was in Portland, and I was all excited because I had the night off. We were getting ready I had a day game the next day. And, I travel with a Fire Stick so I can watch the Dodgers wherever I go.
Right.
And I go, oh, man, I've never seen Sasaki pitch. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to grab dinner to go. I'm going to come up here. It's going to be a great night. I settle in front of my big screen TV in my hotel room. And by like the 5th inning, it's 9-0.
Well, wait a minute. No, he threw five really good innings. So it was the 6th inning where Ben Kasparias blew up.
Yeah.
He gave up 6, and then Miguel Rojas again pitched the final 2 innings, and it was actually it was the most entertaining 16-0 game I can remember because Rojas
I turned it off when they fell behind like 7-0.
Rojas was so funny. He did everybody's delivery during that game. It was really so. That was my takeaway from Saturday. Here's the biggest takeaway. Dodgers can't hit. I mean, of all the things, they were 12. Get this, they were 12 of 95 this weekend, and they had 2 extra base hits. They had only 2 extra base hits. Edman, the home run on Friday, which won the game. Will Smith had a double yesterday. No other extra base hits. Shohei 1 for 12. Mookie 2 for 10. No extra base hits. Batted 200 as a team. That's why they didn't win this weekend.
All right, it's April 15th.
Yes.
All right, I don't want to overreact to anything, but I get the feeling that even if they're in 3rd place at the All-Star break, that you wouldn't admit there's a problem. Would you?
I mean, obviously, it depends how they're playing. It's hard to say. I mean, are they? They
have a winning record, but they're in 3rd place at the All-Star break. Are you concerned?
Yeah, not too concerned.
I know that you're like the guy in the Titanic. Remain calm, all is well.
With 145 games left, you cannot be thinking it's the Titanic.
No, I just saying you. I'm thinking you are like the guy dressed. We're prepared to go down as gentlemen. You're just going down no matter what.
See, I think your speed you have an 82 games. Like there are different speeds, right? Like in the NFL, there's a 17
I'm an NBA guy.
speed.
We only play 82.
82, and this is 162. So there's a lot more games. It is very, very early. I think Shohei and Mookie will figure it out. I strongly believe Shohei and Mookie will figure this out after a bad weekend.
Eric Karros has a place up here, so
he's been doing games. I've heard him do some games.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day.
Eric Karros.
And so I remember one year I was covering the Dodgers, and you know what a big deal everybody makes about opening day?
Sure.
And they lost, and so the scrum got around his locker, and we're all doing the interview, and the first question comes from some girl, and she goes, how concerned are you about losing on opening day? And Karros, this was a classic answer. He goes, well, we have 161 games left. I'm sure we'll win one of them.
Yes.
So I think if you're a Dodger fan, look at how many games you have left, like you're doing. But I do think that the rest of the league has painted a big bullseye on them. And the Cubs came in this weekend and really, really wanted to play well, and they did. Do you notice that the Cubs' offense is like light years ahead of everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, they get some nice young players. I like that Pete Crow Armstrong, who hit a couple of home runs. He's a Southern California kid.
And he's a really good fielder, too.
Yeah, really good fielder. Yeah, they get some nice and pitching-wise, they were terrific. I mean, they held the Dodgers to 2 extra base hits in the 3-game series of the weekend. By the way, the Rockies are in town.
Do you think they
now.
could win that division? The Cubs? That division's kind of wide open.
Yeah, it is wide open. I'm just looking. It's Milwaukee and the Cubs probably. St. Louis is 7-8. They're not there, so I think it's either Cubs or Milwaukee.
After Bob Nightingale tweeted this after the game on Saturday, so the Cubs won again on Sunday. What was the score yesterday when the Cubs won?
4-2.
Okay, so after the game on Saturday, Nightingale tweeted this. The Chicago Cubs have now outscored the opposition by 41 runs this season, nearly twice as much as any team in baseball. No one else has outscored their opponents by more than 22 runs.
Wow.
So the Cubs, and this
their run differential is gigantic.
Right, and so that's a real, I mean, you never know this early in the season if it's just a hot team or a good team, but they're as hot as you can be. They're really good.
Yeah, they are very good. Very good. All right, and Rockies are in town tonight. They're bad, so hopefully the Dodgers can feast. Tonight it is – who is it tonight, Laura? I blanked on it. Do you know, Bri?
I know, but I know the Rockies have been shut out 3 straight games.
Oh, yeah,
so
the Rockies have been shut out 3 straight. Oh, it's
by
Dustin
the Padres.
May. It's Dustin May tonight, and then Landon tomorrow, and then Yamamoto on Wednesday. And Yamamoto looks – he looks Cy Young candidate good right now.
Have you seen the Padres play yet? How are they 13-3?
They got.
Have they had an easy schedule?
No, not really. They got off to a hot streak. Michael King has been really good in the rotation. They've got nice arms in their bullpen like they always do. Robert Suarez is down there, and he nails down saves. I mean, honestly, it's so early. It's really hard to say exactly how good any of these teams are going to be. The Padres did offload some talent. I think that's going to catch up to them. The Giants, I think, are playing over their heads. I don't think they're that good.
They're 9-4.
Yeah, 9-4. Again, 145 games to go, people. 145 games to go. I think they can make up 2.5. All right, coming up next for you, going to hit the phones for some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. Whatever you got's fair. 877-710-ESPN. I got the Lakers playing Minnesota starting on Saturday, game 1 of the first round of the NBA playoffs. That game will be at Crypto.com Arena. How you feel about that series? How you feel about the Dodgers getting swept by the Cubs over the weekend? 877-710-ESPN. Get your calls in here coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
9 days ago in Los Angeles, the Kings beat the Oilers 3.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Upcoming first-round series against the Oilers. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7 p.m. Pacific right here on the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
Hey, guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gat today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergat.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergat.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergat.com.
NextGen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, NextGen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from NextGen. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN today.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, here we go. It is sports graffiti time. Let's hit the phones. A lot going on. Let's start out with Sean on line 5. Sean, you're on sports graffiti. Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, guys. I've been listening to you guys since the morning show, and back then you batted leadoff like Shohei Ohtani for the other 4 short shows.
Thank you, man.
Compliments to you guys. You're the best.
Thank you.
And I dropped in. What a fortunate moment we find ourselves in when I was giving a commencement address at my elementary
No way,
school
really?
a couple of years ago. Yeah, I dropped that in. Yeah, just for
Love
Kat.
it.
Yeah. And one more thing, condescending Clinton. I mean, I work at an elementary school. That's where we use the term kiddos. We're talking about elementary school kids. Most of your audience is older than you, Clinton.
Okay, I think that's just a Clintonism. I think he just says
I don't
kiddos.
think he means it as anything other than a friendly term.
Yes,
I don't
completely
think
agree.
He's passing judgment on anyone.
It's no different than Jim Nance saying,
hello, friends.
Hello, kiddos. Let's go to line 6 and Steve. Steve, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Actually, it's Dave. Do you have me?
Sorry, Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
It's okay. I have a couple quick corrections and a question. You guys said that the Padres actually have a 30-game run differential.
Okay.
They just beat the Rockies. They shut the Rockies out 3 games in a row, and they had a 16-0 over the last series. And John scared me when he said it was April 15th. It's actually April 14th, so I have one more day to finish my taxes.
Oh, good point.
Oh, yeah. You got one more day, man. One more day. Did you wait to the last minute, Ireland?
Oh, yeah. Lisa handles all that. I don't even know the status of my taxes.
Yeah, I don't either. I think they're done.
I did mine yesterday.
I did mine on Saturday.
How'd they come out?
Oh, you know.
Got money back?
Yes. Yeah.
That's all you
can
get money
ask
back?
for.
I broke even.
Broke even. All right. It could be worse. Believe me. Let's go to line 8. Chris, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Chris.
Appreciate the call, guys. A couple of things, Dodgers and Lakers. First of all, this is why I hate preseason win total predictions. You know, the Dodgers are going to win 388 games next season. First of all, games are not won on paper. You got to go out. You got to execute. You got to hit. You got to hit with Ben on. You got to play defense. You got to pitch well. They haven't done that collectively consistently so far. So it's too early to panic. They'll figure it out like they always do. This is not new. So for the Bill Plaschkes out there, everybody just calm down. And one more thing. The one matchup I'm looking forward to in the Lakers-Wolves series, LeBron versus Julius Randle. I think he's the only one who can handle Randle's physicality in that series. Appreciate the time.
Thanks very much. We'll talk about that. Randle he's played 15 playoff games. He's shooting less than 30% from the field. He's really struggled in the playoffs. So
remember, too, he's going to be motivated to play against the Lakers because the Lakers gave up on him.
Yeah. Let's go to Big Rob. Big Rob, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Big Rob.
What's up, guys? First thing is, the last dude that called in, he said, thank you for the call like you guys called.
Yeah, it is
That's
true.
what I
is.
said.
It's like we're calling people.
It's like that time I went to Mason's party and said thank you for coming to him at his party.
Yeah. But I just wanted, this Minnesota series, I tell the truth, I'd rather play Denver. Minnesota has me scared. These young kids don't know how good they are, especially Anthony Edwards. This kid knows he's good, but he has not even reached his ceiling yet. I'm scared. And the next thing I'm scared of is that JJ cannot play his whole bench. When he looks down his bench, he knows there's one guy that he will not be able to put in this series to help him at all to win. And we know who this player is, okay? Mr. LeBron James' son.
I think Bronny has actually been better than – I don't think he's going to play in the playoffs.
No.
I don't think he's going to be in the rotation. But one of our listeners, Eric Schumann, who's been listening from the beginning of time, Mace, like that guy that called earlier. Eric's been great to us. He sent me an email at the start of the season saying that the Bronny props are all like – so Eric bet on all of them. So the first prop was highest scoring game. Would it be higher or lower than 7.5? He scored 17 in a game, so he hit the over. Regular season minutes was set at 100. He went way over. Points for the season, he was under by 1.
Oh.
It was 59.5. He scored 58. Points per game in the G League was set at 11.5. He went way over. Will LeBron assist his first basket? No. Eric made all these bets. Will Bronny play in how many games? And 21 to 50 was plus 400, and he played in 26 games. So Bronny actually exceeded expectations this year. And he's only 20, but he's not going to play in the playoff rotation.
No. And he didn't. Apparently, you called the game, but he didn't have a good game yesterday.
Nobody did. They lost by like 30.
Let's go to Ken. Ken, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Ken.
All right, and these are for you. First off, the Dodgers have a .226 team batting average. That's 20th in the major leagues. You want to know why San Diego's so good? They're hitting .286.
Yep.
60 points more. That's the best in the major leagues. The biggest problem, take the last 2 games. 7 home runs for the Cubs, nothing for the Dodgers. They've got 5 guys hitting at the bottom of the lineup that are hitting under 200, and the results of that, Ohtani, in the last 5 games, has 0 runs batted in. This problem's bigger than you think.
Oh,
wow, the purveyor of doom and gloom, Ken.
Oh, bigger than I think. Come on. Good God. Let me get one more in here. Let's go to Paul. Paul, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, all I want to say is Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Lakers in 5, baby. Let's go.
Hey, when are we doing our Lakers in 5 Sports Graffiti? Let's pick a day.
Let's do it. Well, Greg wants to be in for it, so let's do it Wednesday. He's in Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday.
So on Wednesday, everybody that calls Sports Graffiti, you have to end your call with do a haiku, any poem, HBO, CBO, UFO, Lakers in 5, whatever you want to do.
How about this? I worked this one over the weekend.
Okay.
Go Bear, Truth or Dare, Yogi Bear, Lakers in 5.
Excellent. That one is excellent.
So
that's what we're looking for.
Think
on
up something
Wednesday.
good. Yeah, we're all on Lakers in 5. All right, coming up next for you, the guy everybody, according to one college football analyst, is going to hate next year. We will do that coming up next for you. In the meantime, let me tell you about Cosm. Oh, man, I'm telling you, Cosm is unbelievable. If you've not been there by now, you are missing out. They bring fans the ultimate sports experience. Imagine watching all your favorite sports like NBA, NHL, college basketball. Wow, that's over. Premier League, soccer, WWE, more on massive high-resolution displays surrounded by the most passionate fans in LA. This is immersive, shared reality. You will feel like you're at the game. And by the way, comfortable reserve booth style seating inside the dome. It's spectacular. Now, they've also got the Hall, which is wall-to-wall screens. It's like a gigantic sports bar. Super cool. There is, on top of that, a roof bar with incredible views of SoFi Stadium and all of the construction in Inglewood and stuff. Wall-to-wall, live multi-view sports viewing, and great craft cocktails, delicious food. Get to Cosm. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Learn more about the events that are coming up and grab your tickets today. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
Actively rooting against
I gave him the jigaboom. You know what the jigaboom is? That's my bad luck. It worked on Larry Bird once. Double cross fingers, and right when the shot goes, jigaboom. I guarantee you it works.
It must have been powerful. It made Larry Bird miss shots.
Twice.
Yeah. Larry Bird didn't miss a lot of shots.
Jigaboom. Yes, sir.
It's Trav and D-Far. Back tomorrow after Clinton and Friends.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, basketball fans, John Ireland here. Austin Reeves has been playing lights out, and now he's bringing that same energy to his brand new signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Designed for top performance and comfort, these kicks are for players who grind just like Austin. He was hands-on in crafting every detail, making sure the AR2s deliver on and off the court. So go to Rigorer.com, RIGORER. Don't wait. Own a pair of Austin Reeves' shoes. That's Rigorer.com.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news and stats to placing bets in just a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code JOEQ to get started today. That's JOEQ, Joe Q. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
Oh my, am I really on Mason and Ireland show?
Yes.
This is a great moment. Hey.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
This is the anniversary of this song being at number one, John.
Did you watch the Yacht Rock documentary?
I did. I love the Yacht Rock doc.
This was put together by Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins when he went over to his house one day, and they were just kicking stuff around, and they came up with this.
Yeah, not bad. Did you watch SNL?
Yeah.
But you did not watch White Lotus.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
No.
So there is. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, their sketch from last night.
Their sketch
Or from Saturday.
Their sketch
yeah,
from Saturday
that was
Night.
good.
Like, they did a sketch called The White POTUS, and they made fun of the actress Amy Lou Wood, who is in The White Lotus, who's got
with the
unusual teeth. But they just stuck on teeth onto Sarah Sherman, and she tweeted afterwards she thought it was kind of mean. I think it was kind of mean.
It's a little mean.
It was a little mean. Do you remember that sketch, John? The
Yeah.
girl with the teeth?
Yeah, but I didn't know it tied to White Lotus.
Yeah, it hurt her feelings.
But they're known for that. Like they're
If she did not have those teeth, she would not be on that show. Her teeth are
the show. I thought I was watching, so I caved and I said I'm gonna watch White Lotus because you guys talk about it so much. So I thought I was watching season 1, and I'm like, man, this is crap. Like I do not like it. I don't get it. I don't get the storyline. Like what's going on? It's weird. And so I'm talking to BC and Andy about it last week. They're like, no, you mean season 3? And I was like, no, my thing says season 1. They're like, no, honey, that's the weird one is season 3.
Oh,
So
I would say they're all weird, right? They're all
are.
weird people. Ireland, you'll find this interesting. Mike White, who created the White Lotus,
Yeah, he used to live across the street from me.
is a huge Housewives fan, and goes on apparently with Andy Cohen and the Bravoverse and all that stuff. And he told, do you watch a show called Southern Charm?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Not as much as I watch The Housewives.
So the lead characters, Jason Isaac and Parker Posey, they were told, be like these people.
On Southern Charm.
So the accents come from Southern Charm that they're playing out. And he loves that whole everybody at each other's throats on the reunion show. And basically that's what White Lotus is. It's a bunch of awful people, just like Real Housewives, a bunch of awful people doing awful things.
So when I first started watching Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills,
Yes.
all those women were married. They're all now not with the men they were married to when the show started.
Is that right?
Yep. All the men are out.
Yeah, I believe that. What was the very first Housewives show?
I think it was Orange County.
Orange
wasn't it?
County, yeah. I wanted to salute my my really good friend Greg Stewart, who was one of the original executive producers, one of the creators of that very first one. He passed away over the weekend. Greg, great
Really?
guy,
That's sad.
and was terrific and deserves credit for helping to create that genre, that format. But terrific guy. All right, so John, I don't know what makes people hate, but there is a lot of hate in the universe.
Yeah, just go on the internet.
Exactly. So Reese Davis is a college football analyst, and Reese did the College Football Today podcast. I think was what it is for ESPN. Listen to what he said about incoming, and by incoming I mean finally starting, quarterback Arch Manning from the Texas Longhorns.
Here's what I think that's going to happen with Arch, and it's unfortunate. Because of the attention he's going to get, he is going to become a fan favorite by those outside of Texas, and others outside of Texas. He is going to be the ultimate villain. And I don't just mean Oklahoma people, because it's like the analogy that I use if you start hyping up a restaurant or a movie or a TV show, that when you keep saying how great it is and how exciting it is and you cannot miss this, it is the cynical human nature of many to start rooting against it. That's going to happen with Arch. Those who are not predisposed to like him, whether they are a Texas fan or they like the Mannings or they like Manning cast or whatever, or they just feel like it's too much too soon, they're going to root against him.
So the too much too soon thing, first of all, he's been there a couple years, and Quinn Ewers was the starter this past year. Do you think people rise up and hate on Arch Manning?
Well, I think they hate on everybody, but I disagree with Reese that people didn't hate on Peyton. They didn't hate on Eli. Why would they hate on Arch?
But don't you think this is more similar to Bronny?
I don't know.
First of all, I have a feeling, and I don't know, how talented is Arch Manning?
Well, Arch is Cooper's kid.
Right.
He's and Cooper never had a chance to play college.
Well, he's like a
football
wide receiver, right?
Because he got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually think it's kind of cool that that his son is the one that came out of the Manning family and looks like the next great star.
Now, do you think he's going to be great? I don't know. I would think if he was going to be great, he would have started from the time he was a freshman.
Both of his uncles were the number 1 overall pick in the draft. I'm not sure he's that good. And the position has changed a little bit. It's more people now like Cam Ward who can run and throw.
Right.
But I think he'll be solid. And Sark, ever since Sark stopped drinking, he's like a top 5 NFL or college football coach. When he was at USC, he had a drinking problem that he now admits. But when he got sober, look at what Sark's done since he got to Texas. So they're in good shape with a good quarterback and a good coach.
Yeah. I don't understand he's from a famous family, so I'm going to hate on him. There's a lot of that going on, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Bronny as a comparison. I have trouble understanding the Bronny hate.
Yeah.
I really do. But I mean, people, whenever I say that, people writing me, well, because the only reason he got a job was nepotism. Well, he was the 55th pick in the draft. How many 55th picks in the draft even make it? And he's doing fine.
Yeah. So, Ireland, I was having cocktails this weekend.
Okay. Good for you.
And somebody ordered an Aperol Spritz.
Okay.
Now, do you know what an Aperol Spritz is?
No idea. And I was a bartender.
What is that?
It's Aperol.
What is Aperol? Is that a cup of liquor?
What is that?
It's kind of like pink-looking. It's a pink-looking liquor. I think it comes from apricot, but everybody says no.
I'm Googling this.
Look at it. It's kind of a pink liquor, and especially it's like Prosecco and Aperol is like
Italian
the drink.
Cocktail.
Italian cocktail. It looks like apricot, but I'm not sure if it is apricot. I find it to be very odd tasting. Laura, nobody here has ever had it?
I've seen it on.
It's like a popular drink.
I've tried it a few times. It's actually my wife's favorite drink.
Is it really?
Whenever we
Aperol
go
Spritz?
out, that's what she orders.
Yeah. It didn't work for me.
Yeah, most places when she orders it will be like, you mean something else? Like there's a different kind of spritz that's a very popular drink, and she has to like, oh no, it's a different one.
Yeah. I went to Neil Everett has a place. Well, he's one of the owners of this place called Taverna over on in my neighborhood on Venice Boulevard, and they do a thing, Ireland. I like an old-fashioned. Are you an old-fashioned drinker?
Yeah.
So they do an old-fashioned, and they put this, like, wood thing over the highball glass, and then they set it on fire, and they leave it on, and then when they serve you the drink, they take it off, and there's, like, a smokiness to it.
Okay.
Did you ever have this?
Yes,
I've
I love
seen
that.
it. I don't know if I've ever ordered it. If I'm drinking whiskey, I normally drink a whiskey sour, just drink it straight. I don't necessarily need all that show.
What's the difference between, for example, a Manhattan and an old-fashioned? To me, they seem like the same drink.
They're very similar. They're both whiskey.
You were a bartender. You would know this, right?
Well, I'm gonna. This is gonna test my knowledge of what it was. I had. You know what I had back there between. I had one of those drink things where you just spin it and it tells you the drink menu, and then you just put it together. Like it'll say 2 parts whiskey, 1 part grenadine. Let me think. All right. I think an old fashioned has simple syrup or sugar in it.
Yes, very true.
And a Manhattan, I think, has vermouth, but I might have that
No,
backwards.
there is vermouth in a Manhattan. There's also that
So
bitters.
the difference is the sweetener.
Is bitters the sweetener?
No, bitters are bitter, but the sweetener in an old-fashioned, if I remember this correctly, is either you put a sugar cube in it or you use simple syrup. And I think Manhattan uses vermouth.
Okay.
You're right, John. I Googled it, and that's what it says.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
So there's a very subtle difference between the two drinks, I think.
And then for yours, it says the spritz you were talking about says zesty orange with the complex herbal scents harmonized with a touch of vanilla. That's like
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look good though. I googled the picture.
It's interesting.
Wait, were you serving Manhattans or old fashions at your party?
Old fashioned.
Those were really good.
Those were Bruh.
That was the Mason's
whoever-
old-fashioned.
Yeah, whoever was
strong.
making those knew what they were doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, those were great.
All right, hey, it's a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, reacting to Timberwolves locking in the 6th seed to face the Lakers in the first round this Saturday at Crypto. Michelob Ultra, refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. All right, coming up next, let's dig into that series a little bit. Lakers getting ready to face the Minnesota Timberwolves. Is that a good matchup for them? And what's the key to the entire series? We'll get into that coming up next for you. In the meantime, let me tell you about my buddy Jacob Imrani. So, Jacob is the guy you need when you're in a rivalry. And let's face it, if you get into an accident, your insurance company has a rival. It's the other guy's insurance company. And every day is a rivalry game for Jacob. Jacob has scouted the competition. He knows what they're going to try to do. He's able to counteract their attempts to lowball you so you don't pay a penny out of pocket. Jacob is able to cover your medical expenses, your car rental, get you the settlement, ultimately, that you deserve. And he's been doing this since the 90s. Experience matters when you're dealing with the insurance companies. Do not take a chance. Call Jacob. Let him continue to beat his rival on your behalf. Call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Oh, remember.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And if you or a loved one has been injured or lost property because of the recent wildfires, please call Jacob for a free case evaluation. Together, we will rebuild. That's calljacob.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
9 days ago in Los Angeles, the Kings beat the Oilers 3-0 to distance themselves from Edmonton in the Pacific Division standings.
Fiala down the middle, feeds right wing, in comes LaFerriere, right circle, shoots, save, rebound, they score!
Now, the Kings have come to Oil Country with a chance to clinch home ice for an upcoming first-round series against the Oilers. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
Hey, guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Clogged drain? No problem. Call Next Gen today to book your $88 drain cleaning. That's right. For just $88, you'll receive a professional drain cleaning to keep your home flowing smoothly all season long. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN for your $88 drain cleaning.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
I'm going to come out with something right here. I don't work as hard as John Ireland and have no interest in it.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
What's going on, people? It is Monday, April 14th. We're getting the playoffs in order now. The Lakers will play the Minnesota Timberwolves Saturday night at Crypto.com Arena in Game 1 of their 7-game series, first-round series. The Warriors lost yesterday. That's what slid the Timberwolves into the slot against the Lakers. John, were you disappointed that the Warriors didn't beat the Clippers yesterday?
Yes, because I wanted the Lakers-Warriors in the first round. But a lot of my friends, and I think you, did not want that. They were kind of like, you want the easiest road, and that wouldn't have been the easiest road. I'm not so sure Minnesota is.
By the way, I'm not so sure. I'm kind of a toss-up. I don't know that there's not an easy road. It's the NBA playoffs. There ain't no easy road.
Yeah, had Memphis ended up in the 6th, that probably would have been the easiest, but I don't think they're going anywhere.
So, do you think that the Luka Doncic trade is the single most impactful trade, let's not just say in the NBA, in-season trade of any sport? Ever?
I think it depends if they win a title. If you confine that to the Lakers, the two best in-season trades, like the best trades ever for the Lakers, they traded for Kareem, they traded for Kobe, they signed Shaq as a free agent. The two best in-season trades for the Lakers were either Michael Thompson in 1987. As soon as they traded for him, they won the title in 87, and then they won it again in 88, and then they went back to the finals in 91. So Michael, as soon as he joined the team, made an immediate impact. The probably a little better than Michael, and I've asked him about this, Michael even admits this, would be Pau Gasol in 2008.
Right.
On February 1st, same day they traded for Luka, on February 1st, 2008, they trade for Gasol. The Lakers go to the finals right away. They lost to the Celtics. Then they go to the finals the 2 years after that, so 3 years in a row, and they win 2 of 3 finals. If Luka wins the title, then I think he passes Pau as the greatest in-season trade ever for the Lakers.
Yeah. What about greatest in-season trade? By the way, there's one standout that we'll never get. I just looked this up.
Gretzky was traded in the offseason. Was Babe Ruth traded in season?
Babe Ruth was traded in season to the Yankees. That was a good mid-season acquisition.
Yeah.
But by the way, if you look at a list, it's Babe Ruth to the Yankees, Herschel Walker to the Vikings. But I don't think that didn't lead to a title, did it?
It led for a bunch of Cowboys titles because they fleeced them.
Right. It ultimately did, but it didn't necessarily make a difference right then.
Right.
And then Luka Doncic to the Lakers is third. Those are, honestly, and I remember the day of the Pau trade, and nobody saw that coming. It's so similar to the Luka trade in that nobody saw it coming. There were no
isn't that
leaks.
weird? They both happened on the exact same day, February 1st.
Yep. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now, I don't think Minnesota is going to be an easy series. I know everybody wants to do Lakers in 5, and maybe it will be Lakers in 5, but Minnesota's been playing really, really well down the stretch.
They've won 9 of their last 11 games. They have an all-NBA player in Anthony Edwards, and they have a great coach. Chris Finch is very well respected, paid his dues, worked his way up, coached overseas, coached in the G League, has been great ever since he got there, led him to a top 3 record last year. This is a real opponent. This will not be easy. It will not be a sweep. I know we're going to have some fun with Lakers in 5 on Wednesday, but I don't think it's going 5. I think it's going 6 or 7.
You think 6 or 7?
Yeah, I do. I'm picking the Lakers, but I always pick the Lakers, and I'm probably picking with my heart more than my head, but I think they can beat them.
You know what I say? Pac-Man, Fat Man, Ant-Man, Lakers in 5.
You're coming up with these quick.
I'm trying.
They're good.
Quick.
Yeah. No, we
they've both been good.
Got to crank them up. All right. So, and by the way, the other thing about everybody says, "Oh, Minnesota's big. That's the problem. Minnesota's big." In this case, Minnesota's won 9 of 11, but they really rely on 3-point shooting. And you say if you've got a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense, you're pretty good. Minnesota 9th in offensive rating, 7th in defensive rating, 4th in net rating. Since the All-Star break, the Lakers are only 17th in offense and 15th in net rating. So I think net rating can be very deceiving. Couple of bad games will throw off your net rating.
And it depends on your schedule, too.
Yeah.
But I will say this about Anthony Edwards. He's going to win MVP one day. I don't know when. I don't know if it's like within the next 3 years or if it's 5 years from now, but that's how good he is. He's nobody can guard him. He shoots from three. He can jump out of the gym. He's spectacular. Fantastic player.
When you talk about Minnesota, you definitely mention Rudy Gobert, who's a terrific defensive player, not very limited offensively. Here's Marcus Morris on what the Lakers need to do with Gobert.
Guys are going smaller, right? How is Rudy going to take not being able to play in those crucial moments, adding LeBron James at the 5 sometime, right? Spreading the floor out. Rudy Gobert is their defensive anchor, and he knows one way. And every time someone drives, he's coming to the basket. We'll open up corner threes, open up spacing, and then look, ISO time against Luka Doncic. I don't think he want to see that.
So keep Rudy off the floor, go small.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to, but they can do it. They've got enough. They got enough players on that team that they can go small. And like you said earlier, Julius Randle's really good.
Yeah, very good. Very good. And by the way, they also are really good on the offensive glass. They're 3rd in the league in putbacks. There are a lot of reasons that lead to the conclusion that it's going to take more than 5 for the Lakers to beat Minnesota. I think it's going to take more than 5.
Yeah, Minnesota could win. I mean, the interesting thing about the Western Conference playoffs is, other than the 1-8, I don't think there's any. Like, I could see the Rockets losing.
Yeah,
I could see
they're young
to the Warriors.
Yeah,
I mean, I could see. I think the Clippers are going to beat Denver. They're the 5 and Denver's the 4. It wouldn't be shocking to me if Minnesota upset the Lakers. I'm picking the Lakers, but they're good. Minnesota's good, so I think the West is wide open.
Laura, what do you got?
It wasn't for right now, but I was like, Purple Dreams.
Oh, you're working. Oh, go ahead.
I was working on one. Do
you want to save it?
Sure.
Till it's more formed?
I think it was pretty good.
Well, do you have it ready?
Well, do you have it ready?
No, I do.
Okay.
Then say it.
Say it. Just...
Purple Dreams, Gold Beams, Highlight Streams, Lakers in 5.
That is good.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
You look so confused.
No. But you said I've got it, and then you said you don't have it.
I don't understand why you were holding it. Yeah,
no, I got it. I'm like, I've been workshopping one.
You're over there workshopping things?
Yeah.
Well, at least somebody is.
Brian, you workshop anything?
No, but I approved that one.
Oh, you approve. Does approve. All right. Hey, coming up for you a little bit later on, SeaWorld. Tune in to Shadano and Cap and Morales and Bergman. They are all live from SeaWorld today from 3 to 6, and you can follow everybody's socials and call in for a chance to win a family 4-pack and a night at the family-friendly Paradise Point Resort and Spa, just minutes from the park. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing. All right, coming up next for you, going to do a little...
What's up, Foo?
Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
BB-Go is the official game day snack of the Lakers. When it's time to cheer on your team, you got to fuel up with BB-Go. You get mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes. Whether you're hosting a watch party or relaxing solo, BB-Go makes it easy to enjoy authentic, bold flavor without the effort. Keep your freezer stocked with BB-Go's delicious range, like their mandu, the largest, juiciest dumplings you'll find anywhere. Full of savory fillings and crispy on the outside, they're perfect for game time. And remember, BB-Go isn't just about great snacks. It's about a whole new level of flavor. It's minimum effort, maximum taste every time. You can find BB-Go in the freezer aisle of all major grocery stores. So grab BB-Go, get ready for the game, make every day delicious. BB-Go, making the whole world more delicious, one bite at a time.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Because it's always, Cap, you go so long, you take so long. And sometimes Lindsay and I will look at each other and look at Art like, is George right?
Now you're throwing Lindsay under the bus. She's not even here.
She's not even here.
Oh, no, I'm
Cap.
throwing her under the bus for sure.
Do I got to set up a story, or do I have to just ask a question? Because if I just have a question, I'm asking
Like,
the
there was
question.
a question last week you asked to Dave McMiniman. It was 14 minutes until you
Oh,
got...
shut
No,
up.
it was. No, it was 14 minutes.
That was-
I recorded 14 minutes.
Okay, let me hear it.
14.
No, never a chance 14 minutes
Okay,
of him.
you know what? You're right. I'm sorry.
Because he wasn't even on for
13 minutes and 39 seconds. My bad.
Okay. It's not my fault your questions to Pash were not questions.
They weren't questions. It was a back and forth.
And Greg made this point. At the end, you'd be like, did you know that, Dave? Because that's a question.
Now George throwing Greg under the bus.
Wow.
No, we did not throw Greg under the bus
under the
because
bus.
it started with
All
me and
under the
Greg were
bus.
talking about it.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Empower.
Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea.
I do.
I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thank you, Brian. I'll take it first here today. So I saw this right before the show kicked off today that Netflix announced another documentary. So on May 12th.
Oh, a lot of documentaries going on.
A Brett Favre tell-all. But this one's going to be different. This the description is from their Untold series. It's not going to sugarcoat any of the NFL stars' controversies. Instead, it's going to explore his rise to fame and scandals that plagued his reputation. So my question here is, all these athlete documentaries, we're coming out with new ones almost every week. Are you more inclined to see one here that kind of goes into the scandal of, the life and all the after scandals?
Believe it when I
stuff?
see it, Brian. I'm sure they'll address it, but if he's producing the documentary along with Netflix, it's not going to get into the nitty-gritty of all that money he supposedly stole from the state of Mississippi. And mentioning it is one thing. Actually answering questions about it is another.
Yeah, I really question any documentary that is an autobiography. Like, I don't want to know how Brett Favre tells his story. I don't care about his truth. I care about the truth. I want somebody else to tell me what happened in an honest and unvarnished way. So, plus, I think the sports documentary market is just saturated right now. I don't think I've got time for Brett Favre. Sorry, Brett.
To that point, though, is it any different that it's like a scandal doc and not like this is what happened in the game kind of a deal? Or is it all just the same umbrella?
It's the same umbrella, especially if he's involved if he has final cut, if he's allowed to say what goes in and what doesn't, then it's not going to be honest.
What's up, Foo?
Sorry, guys. We had the engineer in here.
It's okay.
All right. So I read a story that we talked about. Luka has become the top-selling jersey this NBA season. He is the first international player to do so, which I'm not surprised. The sales do count for Lakers and Mavs jerseys, so it's both teams. But are you guys surprised that it wasn't like Wemby? Because I know Wemby was like the big guy that everybody was talking about, and that it's actually Luka and not Wemby.
The way those jersey sales normally go, Laura, is if a great player, an elite player, changes teams, then he runs to the top of that list. For example, LeBron has changed teams 3 or 4 times, and I think he's been top 3 for about 10 years.
Yeah, he's top 3 now. I think number 1 is Luka, number 2 is Steph, and number 3 is LeBron. I think.
And I bet Wemby's still top 10.
Wemby's number 6.
Yeah.
He overthrew LeBron and Curry for the top spots.
It doesn't surprise me because when a great player changes teams, everybody wants to get his new jersey to stay updated. So it makes sense to me that Luka's number 1.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys, the Atlantic League Baseball League, it's not affiliated with the minor leagues or Major League Baseball. It's kind of independent, similar to the Savannah Bananas in that regard. They're doing something pretty cool here. So they're putting QR codes on all the baseballs that they're going to be playing with. And so it's, all the foul balls and home run balls and the ones that fans can catch, they can scan the QR code, and they're going to get discounts on food, tickets, parking, other ballpark merchandise. A little two-part question here. Is this a cool thing that, Major League Baseball should look into as, little rewards and QR codes on balls? Or is this going to drive, the fans that go after these balls even a little crazier?
Go ahead, Mace.
I think it probably does make people a little crazier. I mean, I don't know why, but, you can offer a prize and people will fall all over themselves to get
Free
it.
bag of sand.
Giving away a bucket of coal, caller number 9. I mean, that happens all the time. So, yeah, they'll probably fight over that baseball for that free helmet nachos, no matter what it takes.
Here's why I like it, Brian. The dishonesty in the sports memorabilia business is unlimited. There are some of the most dishonest people in the world hawk sports memorabilia. And by the way, if you ever say or hear it comes with a letter of authenticity,
it has to be from the right letter.
They faked the letter too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unless you saw the person sign it and hand it to you, I wouldn't trust anybody in the sports memorabilia business. And if you have QR codes, Mace, on all these balls, then if you sell Barry Bonds 755 home run ball, at least you know it's legit. That's why I like it.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I don't know what baseball is going to be valuable at this sort of off-brand baseball
Summer
park.
league,
but yeah, I mean, honestly, Johnny, even if you see the person sign it, that's not enough. You need somebody to verify that, witness, all that stuff if you ever expect to sell that baseball or sell that piece of memorabilia down the road. That's why you should only deal with, like, credited, like Upper Deck is like a great company for stuff like this. That's really what they do. But
60 Minutes did a story once, and they went to Kobe. They bought 10 items.
Oh, yeah.
And Kobe had only signed 2 of them.
Yeah.
They showed Kobe the items. And he goes, "Nah, that's not mine." And so you got to be very careful. I'm not. If you want to collect sports memorabilia, more power to you. Just be sure that you're dealing with legit people, because there's a whole. Remember, was it Eli Manning even that got wrapped up in something that he said he was selling game-worn stuff, and it turns out it wasn't game-worn?
Yeah.
He was just getting stuff from the equipment manager and saying it was?
Yeah.
You got to be really careful.
Yeah,
there.
very careful.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys, this one's a weird one. So a few weeks ago, we kept getting a phone call on our hotline. Our hotline is a private number that usually guests call into, right?
Right.
And it kept coming up as a Sacramento number. It turns out it was somebody in jail calling. They called about 2
Did
to
we
3
accept
times.
the charges?
Was
it like penetration?
Yes, but I thought it was somebody like joking, because I had never gotten a call like that before.
Yeah, right.
So I answered, and I remember telling the guys, "Oh my God, somebody from jail." So they just called twice again during the show.
Yeah.
Rick Cutler, engineer,
okay.
called, and then 2 times the person from jail. So my question to you guys is, if he calls again, because he's very persistent,
100%.
do we put him on?
Of course.
Whoa, yeah, got to.
We got to. Live from jail.
Do you know, Laura, how he got the hotline number?
So apparently, I forgot the woman's name because he kept calling for this woman's name, but she gave him a fake number. Because
Wow,
he
and
keeps
it was
calling
our
our hotline.
hotline
It's our
number.
hotline number.
Does he know now that he's calling a
Yes.
radio station?
I don't know now. I don't know. But the first time he was very excited. He was like, "Oh my God, what radio station is it?"
Mace, what was that
hilarious.
story when you and Schwartz had a guy who was like a regular caller, and then he got sent to jail for maybe
Right.
life?
We had a guy that called the show all the time and even came to an event with us. I think we went to a baseball game, and I cannot remember this guy's name.
I
He's
wanna say
passed away.
Drew?
His name
Yeah.
was Drew. And Drew was apparently, the whole time, he's a regular caller on the show, would call every night. "Hey, Drew," we did a lot of calls in those days. And later we found, and he went to an event with us, later we found out he was knocking off banks all across the Southwest.
Whoa.
So it would be like he would knock off a bank in Phoenix and then call the show and say, "Hey, how about those Padres?" I mean, it was like
That's
that.
wild.
It was crazy. So he went
Zuma.
to jail. I think he's passed away since then. I don't know if he died in prison or what it was, but yeah, he never got out again. And he stopped calling after he got locked away, too.
Oh, well, we'll see if he
we
calls
lost
again.
a good caller.
Yeah, if he calls again, put him on.
Put him on.
All right. we'll do.
Absolutely.
What's up, Foo?
Some news this morning out of USA Baseball. The World Baseball Classic going to be taking place next year. It was announced over the weekend Mark De La Rosa is going to be the manager. But Aaron Judge has been named the captain of Team USA 2026. Didn't play in the last one, 2023, where they lost a championship to Japan. So my question to you guys is, problem with Aaron Judge being named captain, not being on the team before, or is this, his nickname is Captain America? Is this come on and try to get the biggest name to play on USA?
Right. I guess, Brian, the question I would ask you is, if you don't want to make Aaron Judge captain, who gets it?
I think it was Mike Trout
Yeah.
this last
And
one.
Mike Trout's not
Mookie
really.
Betts, Bryce Harper, Bobby Witt Jr.
Mookie would be good, but I have no issue with Aaron. Yeah, the problem with Mike Trout is he's kind of quiet. He's got the same issues that Kawhi does with the Clippers. He's paid as your best player and your leader, but he doesn't talk. So I have zero issue with Aaron Judge.
Yeah, Aaron Judge seems like a perfectly good choice. Reigning American League Most Valuable Player. I would say that's an excellent choice. And when is the World Baseball Classic now? Is it coming up?
Next year.
Next year?
Yeah, so they just had all their qualifiers last couple months, for the other teams. The
last,
pool play.
it will be very difficult to top the last WBC.
Yeah, especially with how it ended with
how
Ohtani
it ended with
and
Ohtani
Trout.
versus
Yeah.
Trout. It's just like
that was a
storybook,
great game, too.
storybook finish.
Yeah.
What's up, Foo?
What is up, fool?
Oh, so I got another one here. So
Okay.
I saw this story
You're the
other
fool,
day.
by the way.
Right. Speaking of, according to science is what I saw this tweet as. Mexican food is apparently...
According to science.
Right,
That's what we're going with.
this
Okay,
is
according to science.
Science wins, baby.
Yep.
Mexican food is the most serotonin-boosting cuisine in the world. It makes you the happiest when you're eating it. So
Okay.
I would not disagree with that. For me, it'd either be Mexican food or something Italian with like some pasta. What makes you the happiest when you're eating it?
What makes me Italian food makes me happiest. I mean, I love a good. In fact, we were at El Cholo in Santa Monica Saturday night. Great Mexican dinner, all that stuff. But give me Italian food. I grew up on it. It's comfort food. I love me a good plate of spaghetti bolognese. Give me some eggplant parmesan. Give me some lasagna. I am like all about Italian food. Ireland?
I'm with you. I have Italian number one with one exception. I love tacos. I could eat tacos every day if I had to. I'm getting tacos tonight for dinner.
Nice.
I'm on my way to the airport to pick up Lisa. I can't get enough of good tacos. Like, Beto knows all these hole-in-the-wall taco joints all over the city. And, like, every time I've been to one, they're great. So that story makes sense to me, Brian. I've never had a bad day after eating tacos.
Yeah, the science was real.
The science is real.
According to science.
It does not lie.
I like that. Science does not lie.
What's up, Fu?
All right, kind of in the same realm. I love to shop. We've talked about it. And I was reading an article that said if you can't stick to a budget, you probably have some emotional issues going on.
Okay.
So they were saying that a financial therapist said that money is usually tied to 90% emotion, 10% logic. So I am definitely an emotional shopper. When you guys shop, is it based on emotion or is it based on logic? Oh, I need that, I should get it, or it's more like, for me, it's therapy. It's retail therapy.
I think most guys in general only shop out of necessity.
Yeah, I'm not a shopper. I'm a buyer.
My wife is like you,
Whoa.
Laura. She'll shop for a sport, you know. But what I've been doing lately is because I don't need very much. So anytime I get an email, like from a place that I bought something before, because once you buy something online, they email you forever.
Oh, yeah.
I just delete them without even opening them because I know if I go down the rabbit hole of opening the email, I'll probably buy something and I don't want to do it. So I'm more of a need shopper.
Yeah, I don't like shopping. I'm not a fan of shopping. I think that's why Amazon is so good. And I think, like, for example, if I need something, I will go to buy that one thing, and I will not look at any other things.
Wow.
I'm only focused on the one thing that I'm going to buy.
Seriously.
Yeah, I don't. Shopping is terrible to me.
Amazon is like a rabbit hole you can go down on because you're like, oh, what about this? Or what about that? Or now this? Or now that? How do you only stick to one thing? That's crazy.
Discipline.
Well,
Yeah, I don't have that.
I don't. By the way, I'm like you, Ireland. There's not much I need.
Well, me neither.
Laura, I think this really does break on gender lines. I think most women are good at shopping, and most men only do it when they have to.
Like yesterday, I went to return something because I was like, am I really going to wear it? No. And then I saw these shoes, and I'm like, but those shoes look fire with the jersey I just bought.
They look fire.
And Christian's like, you're
Did
not
you
buying
buy the
that.
shoes?
No, but I have them on hold. I might go back for them tomorrow, today.
You put your shoes on hold?
All right,
The
Laura,
girl knows me.
Honest answer.
Yes.
Does Christian know you put the shoes on hold?
Yes, he was there.
Okay.
He's hoping that I don't go back.
What are they, like on layaway?
No, they're not on layaway.
Do you remember layaway? That was the thing. My mom
Yeah,
would say,
my mom
I
would put 'em-
got
no.
a coat on layaway. It's like,
It's
God.
not on layaway. It's just like, because I shop so much, and the girl like remembered Christian and I, and so she was like, oh, my friends are back, and we start chit-chatting, and I was like, yeah, girl, I can't do it. Like, I have to go because the line was really big. She says, don't trip. I got you. I'm going to put them on, you can come back tomorrow. I'll put them with your name and my name, because she gets a commission out of the sale. So it's not on layaway. It's just there for me to pick it up.
Oh, that's very nice then. All right, coming up next for you, Dodgers scuffling right now. Ireland is very concerned.
My concern level is at a 2.
Yeah.
Yours is at a 0.
Mine is at a 0, only
Makes no
because
sense.
there are 145 games to play. So I'm gonna take it a little slower than you. I'm not gonna go to a 2 yet. We'll get into that coming up next for you. They're home to Colorado tonight. On top of that, John, I find this interesting. Another NBA old head is bagging on this generation of NBA players. No surprise.
My day.
Exactly. Another one of those. We got it coming up next for you. Mesa and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
9 days ago in Los Angeles, the Kings beat the Oilers 3-0 to distance themselves from Edmonton in the Pacific Division standings.
Now Fiala down the middle, feeds right wing, in comes LaFerriere, right circle, shoots, save, rebound, they score!
Now the The Kings have come to Oil Country with a chance to clinch home ice for an upcoming first-round series against the Oilers. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7 p.m. Pacific right here on the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes, LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no agents, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Mason, Ireland, on 710 ESPN.
Shohei Ohtani and I have something in common.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
I don't believe it.
We do.
Does he call in sick a lot?
No.
Okay.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Hey, what's up, people? It is a big Monday here, cranking it up for another week, and Dodgers got swept. I'm sorry, no, they lost 2 out of 3 over the weekend.
That's right. Yeah, I was going to correct you earlier. They won Friday night.
Friday night on a Tommy Edman home run and a very strong pitching performance. And I think, generally speaking, this was – I'm going to say this, John. I think we looked at the worst weekend that the Dodgers are going to have this year. What are the odds they go through another weekend with just 2 extra base hits? They were 12 of 95 over the weekend. Shohei, 1 for 12. Mookie, 2 for 10. No extra base hits. Edman hit a home run on Friday. Will Smith hit a double yesterday. That was it. Everything else chipping away, but 12 of 95 for a 200 batting average. That's the worst weekend they're going to have all year at the plate.
I know you think that, but there is no evidence to suggest that they can't do it again this weekend. I mean,
John, 12 of 95, 2 extra base hits. That is an outage like we're not going to see again. They are too good to do that.
Mace, they did it in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Yeah, this pre-Shohei. We're talking about Shohei, Mookie, Freddie. That's just not possible.
Well, what they really got to hope is that they stay healthy. I think if they stay healthy, they'll be fine. But Freddie is just back off the injured list. They've had, their pitching has had some injuries, but they're deep. I still think the Dodgers win the division. I just think that you and Travis and a bunch of people at the station have blinders on about how hard it is to repeat.
They are going to win the division going away.
Okay.
Going away.
And you say even if they're in third place at the All-Star break, you wouldn't be worried.
I mean, are they 10 games back? Are they 1 game back? I mean, there's a huge difference.
Let's say they are 10 games back, but half the season.
If they're 10 games back, it's over. I mean, if they fall 10 games back, that's it.
They've made up 10 games
highly
in
unlikely at that point. If you tell me they've got a 10-game hole at the All-Star break, I will tell you they're playing for a wild card.
But I think
5? Then they're in it. I would take them.
What's the point where you think they lose it? 7?
You're talking about at the All-Star
break. You say
break.
at 10, they're at 10 games back at the All-Star break, they're out.
Yes.
7, are they out?
Yeah. By the way, John, this means everything has gone wrong. They've got gigantic problems and injuries if they are 7 games back or 10 games back at the All-Star break. So there are bigger problems. Is Shohei out? Is Glasnow healthy? Is Yamamoto still pitching?
Let's say they're healthy but 7 games out.
I'll take them.
Okay. But you wouldn't take them at 10. So that's your point of no return, somewhere between 7 and 10.
Correct, somewhere between 7 and 10. Yeah, okay. I don't. By the way, I think all this is like an exercise in hypotheticals.
Well, gee, we have a talk radio show. How dare we do that?
I think that the Dodgers will have a commanding lead at the All-Star break.
Okay,
commanding.
What are the Padres at the All-Star break?
They're solidly a wild card.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Padres are going to be a playoff team. I mean, they've got a really strong lineup. They got a great young player in Jackson Merrill. All
right, here's something germane to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
At what point in a baseball season, you're a huge baseball fan, is enough of a sample size to call a team what they are?
End of May.
Wow, that's sooner than I thought you'd say. I thought you would say end of July.
I think I kind of know who teams are by the end of May. So we got another month plus. But I mean, if you're contending at the end of May, and there are exceptions to this, like the Mets were in a total ditch last year. They came out of the box super slow and worked their way back in. That doesn't happen every year, but I think we got a pretty good sense of who a team is by the time we get to May. Now, what's interesting is with the Dodgers, John, I had my fantasy baseball draft last week. And so I ended up with Mookie, which I was excited about. And I ended up with we split Shohei as a pitcher and as a hitter, so you had to draft him either way.
Which one did you get?
I took him as a hitter for just $6 in our auction.
That's the one I would want.
You would want
the hitter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I took the pitcher. the pitcher.
But for $6, that's worth a flyer.
Yeah, it was $58 for Shohei as a hitter and $6 for him as a pitcher.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I let it roll. It's so obviously super early, but yeah, we'll continue to follow. And tonight, they're playing the Colorado Rockies, and the Colorado Rockies just got shut out for the entire weekend by the Padres. So they're facing a very bad team tonight.
Yeah, our old friend Bud Black's probably in a little trouble.
Probably, yes. Although he doesn't have much help coming from the front office or ownership.
Okay, so Ron Washington's the oldest manager in baseball. The Angels are above 500, but last year they lost over 90 games.
Right.
Would he be in trouble in year 2? I guess with Artie, you're always in trouble, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they're off to a good start.
They're 9-6. Maybe?
Yeah,
they got beat up a little bit in Houston.
This is much better than they have been the last few years. I mean, they lead the division.
Right, but if they don't win this season, they don't make the playoffs this season. That'll be 11 years in a row.
Right,
and Artie is not patient.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, this is a youth movement now for the Angels, and they've got young guys that are making a huge difference. So I think Ron Washington is going to get some time. I think he's going to get some time. And by the way, I mean, I don't know the American League nearly as well as I know the National League. I don't know the Angels nearly as well as I know the Dodgers, but I have Angel fan friends who are super excited about this team.
We should get Gubiza on one day.
Yeah.
He's like one of the great guys of all time.
Yeah, put him on the list, Lar. He's a fantastic guy, Mark Gubiza. All right, let me say, okay, so John Sally.
Okay.
Who used to actually, obviously, NBA star, and then did what we did for a while. I don't know. I
One
don't
of
think he's
very
doing
few
radio.
people who have won 3 titles with 3 different teams. Pistons, Bulls, Lakers.
So I think I will define him as an old head, and I want to play this for you, and give me your reaction.
Isaiah wanted you dead. Michael wanted you dead. Kobe wanted you dead. Period. And then want to resurrect you and kill you again. It was funny because when Phil would take MJ out of the game, I would watch, and MJ would sit. Okay, and he would sit there, and I was like, "What? It just happened." He has 46. The real difference, guys take days off now. I remember Michael was talking smack about Horace, and he was like, man, he only plays 65 games a year. Of course he's going to be fresh. There's no way you were going to get Kobe not to play a game, Michael not to play a game, or Isaiah. They're not giving up these minutes. So when I see guys talk about load, I don't understand. Because when I first got in the game, in the league, we flew commercial. Can you imagine?
That's nasty work.
Flying commercial and having to play, and a back-to-back where you got to get up at 5, the flight's at 7. They had to arrange it different.
That's a full-time job.
A full-time job. They loved the game so much that they were not going to take a night off. Isaiah took a night off because he literally, Karl Malone, cut his eye. MJ, I have never, and you can check, MJ didn't have any, I don't remember him ever having days off. Kobe either. Kobe had to tear something for him not to play in a game.
John, used to fly a commercial. What do you think of what he's saying there?
I believe him. I agree with him. I think that the game has changed. Whether it be medical science or whatever, nobody really emphasizes playing every game anymore. Nobody really, I mean, if there's a choice between playing or not playing, most of the time they land on not playing.
Sure.
I just think that's the way the game has evolved, don't you?
I absolutely do. I wonder what would have happened. What would have happened if Kobe had come along today in this era, or Jordan had come along today in this era? Would they be engaged in load management? Probably.
I don't know.
In the same way that if you took players from today and you put them on a commercial flight, 40 years ago, I don't think they would be load managing. I think it's the state of the game. I've always believed that it's relative. Like, for example, you can take a player from the 70s, he had all the training, all the good stuff, all the medical treatment, everything, and he was playing today, he would be successful.
Right.
And vice versa. Do you agree with that?
Well, I think if you give me maybe a list of 20 people from the 70s, they would all be great today. Kareem, Magic, all those guys.
All those guys, yeah.
But the majority of the players today are better than they were 30 years ago. It's just the natural evolution of sports. The last year's Celtics would have destroyed the 84 Celtics, which Bill Simmons thinks is the greatest NBA team ever.
Right.
But it's just that these guys are younger, faster, and they can all shoot threes.
Well, and the emphasis of the game has changed. The emphasis of the game wasn't threes.
Right.
In 84. So
it was big guys.
It was big guys.
So that's why you had McHale, Parrish, and Bird all in the same front line.
Right. It's sort of a pickup of the Michael Thompson, we flew commercial and all that stuff. Times do change. Things get better for everybody.
The problem with guys like Michael, and I've told him this, is that he doesn't want to hear it. Like if you say, well, guys don't want to play every game, and we should do something about that. Michael says, I don't want to hear that. They should suck it up and play. That's not an answer or a solution to what the problem is. What they should do is eliminate the preseason, start the season earlier, and get rid of all back-to-backs. And I don't care when guys like Michael say, we played back-to-backs, we played 3 nights in a row, they should do it. They're not going to do it. Like you said, the game has evolved. It's changed. They're just not going to play 3 nights in a row anymore, and a lot of guys aren't going to play in back-to-backs. And I think if you eliminate all of the back-to-backs, which wouldn't be that hard, then it's on the players. Right now a lot of people blame coaches and teams for guys sitting out. If you eliminate all the back-to-backs and a guy has a full day off to recover and he doesn't play, then that's on him.
Right. All right, coming up next for you, what is the proper etiquette when you're trying to win the Masters? That's coming up next for you. And how much of your girlfriend is just too much? We'll do that next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk about Toyota and the Southern California Toyota dealers. Do you know that every new Toyota, whether it's a car, a truck, or an SUV, comes with Toyota Care? Toyota Care is a no-cost maintenance plan that covers all normal factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whatever comes first. So why wouldn't you look at a Toyota? If you're looking for a new car, they've got everything. Cars, trucks, SUVs. There's a couple of ways you can do this. You can go find the best local offers right now at Toyota.com, or if you're one of those people like me that wants to see and sit in the car and feel it, You can go to your Southern California Toyota dealers anytime. Toyota, we make it easy. Let's go places.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
You know, Cappy did not want to order what I ordered because he didn't want to order the same thing. I'm like, we're not sharing meals. Like, what do you care?
But you know what? But you know what? Here's the thing. So I really wanted the chicken piccata, but George ordered first. Here's what we should have done. You ready?
No. He's not your date.
Yeah, no, he was my date. 100. We were holding hands walking in. Yes, he was my date.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
I would not. Would not be my scene.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
Don't you forget about me.
It is Anthony Michael Hall's birthday. He's one of the Breakfast Club, the original Breakfast Club.
Of course he is.
Yeah. And there was a story that came across today. Emilio Estevez, apparently the very first time he met the rest of the cast of Breakfast Club, was on pain pills and doesn't remember much of the original reading of the script. It was because of a dental thing. He wasn't abusing the, but it was a dental thing, and he
had
doesn't
4
remember
wisdom
much.
teeth taken out,
and then showed up at the meeting. Now, out of curiosity, Ireland, did you identify with one of the Breakfast Club members more than any other?
Probably Estevez.
Was it Estevez?
Yeah. I definitely was not John. Are you going to say Judd Nelson? I wasn't John Bender.
I was not. I was at that. Now I am, but I wasn't then.
Anthony Michael Hall was a jock, right? Or was Estevez the jock?
Estevez was the jock.
What was Anthony Michael Hall? Was he kind of a nerdy?
The nerd.
I was maybe in the middle, maybe leaning closer to Anthony Michael Hall then. And then Ali Sheedy was like kind of a mess, right?
She was a mess.
And Molly Ringwald was kind of the preppy, right?
Yep.
And am I leaving anybody out?
No, I think you got all of them. Judd Nelson, Anthony Michael Hall, Molly Ringwald, Ali Sheedy, Emilio Estevez. Those are the 5.
I played in a pickup basketball game once with Judd Nelson, and he just snapped. got in a fight, ended the game. It was super weird.
Weirdly, Judd Nelson used to hang around the station when we were over in Burbank. Do you remember that? He actually filled in for you a couple of times.
Was he good?
No. Not really. Not really.
Oh, not really.
No, not really.
I think he may have gone through some stuff when he was younger, and as he got older, he kind of aged out of it.
I've interviewed all members of the Breakfast Club except Emilio Estevez. I've talked.
You
to
interviewed Molly
else.
Ringwald. She's hard to get.
Yeah,
I'm so
She was on the
jealous.
podcast. Yeah, she was terrific. All right, so Ireland. Let's dig in a little bit to this this series. The Lakers will now face Minnesota. This is a team that Dallas with Luka beat last year. Is there any impact to that? Luka beat Minnesota last year.
I don't think so. They beat Denver, too. Remember that Denver beat the Lakers.
Right.
And then Minnesota eliminated Denver to make it to the Western Conference Finals, and then they lost to Dallas. We're trying to analyze this series and talk about it and break it down. I think all bets are off because of Luka.
Right.
Like we can't use last year as a comp. We can't even use the first few Minnesota games this year as a comp because we didn't have Luka yet. The one time Luka did play, we beat him, but then I don't think Randall or Gobert played in that game.
No, neither one did.
And so I think this is wide open. I think that it's going to be interesting to see what each coach comes with. JJ has been so good and so inventive this year that my guess is he saved them some things for the playoffs. So I'm hoping that's the case.
You think he's got more stuff in his bag of tricks?
I do. Yeah. I think they're going to try some stuff that maybe hasn't been tried before.
Good. And by the way, Jordan Goodwin was
eligible for the postseason.
He's eligible. Now, there was another guy, there was another spot. Were they going to make Jemison eligible? Were they going to make Koloko eligible?
I think you had to do that before yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
So I don't think either one of them are eligible to be on the postseason roster.
Okay.
I don't know that for a fact, but that is my understanding.
Do you think it's important that in the playoffs, Julius Randle has really struggled?
I'm a big Randle guy.
He's a great guy.
I like him. I like his game, like him personally. I think you have to account for him. I wouldn't count on him struggling, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, he's 30% in 15 playoff games. He's 30% from the field and 25% from three.
Luka just brings such a weird dynamic to things. I mean, he leads the Lakers in everything since the trade. Points, rebounds, assists, steals. Who would have thought that Luka would lead the Lakers in steals?
I know, it's amazing.
And so I think he provides, and if you double and triple team Luka and take the ball out of your hands, what do you do about LeBron?
Yeah, no.
So that's why I like the Lakers so much.
Yeah, I think the Lakers are going to be a real force. I think they can win it all. I believe they can win it all.
I don't know if if they get to the finals and run into Boston or Cleveland, they'd be the underdog. But I think they're going to be in every series until then. I think they got a real legit chance.
Yep, me too.
Hello, friends.
Right. Yesterday was a dramatic day as the Rory coaster raged through Augusta. It was up, it was down. Rory McIlroy ultimately won. And, John, you're a golf guy. What does that mean?
Well, he's only the sixth person ever to win the Grand Slam, and he did it 11 years after his last major. So that's never been done. He's a Golf Hall of Famer. He's as good of a golfer as we have ever seen. And for him to do this and kind of complete his story just solidifies that. He still hits the ball farther than anybody. Like you said, it was a roller coaster, but he got it done. And now I wonder if he wins another major this year. There are 3 left.
Right.
So he's got a real chance. I thought I put all my eggs in the Ludwig Oberg bag.
Well, who didn't? Ludwig Oberg.
And he petered out at the end. He was right there with about 5 holes to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was one shot back with 5 holes to go, and then he tried a few superhero shots, and it didn't work. But he's only 25.
So Rory apparently was not very talkative during the round, according to Bryson DeChambeau, who was his partner. Here is DeChambeau after the tournament.
Did you speak to him in there? How's he doing? Do you know?
No idea. Didn't talk to me once all day.
Did you try and initiate conversation with Rory at all?
He wouldn't talk to me.
Now, do you think he's telling the truth that Rory was Rory just so zoned in that he was not, or is there something personal?
That's how Tiger was. If you talk to Tiger, he would answer back, but he's not initiating conversation while he's playing.
Right. Is that normal behavior?
For some guys, yeah. I mean, Jack Nicklaus was very conversational. So was Tom Watson. Arnold Palmer probably talked to more than anybody.
Right.
But ever since Tiger was all business. You know, remember his mantra, second place sucks.
Oh, yeah.
So I think ever since Tiger, these guys try and focus in on what they're doing. You would strike me as that kind of person. Like, people have the wrong idea about you. They think that you are like you are off the air, on the air, and you're kind of the opposite.
This has come up a lot lately. Yeah.
Why? Has it come up a lot lately?
Bergman brought it up and said, yeah, when you... So
you're basically a shy person off the air.
I am a shy person.
Which is like so against the guy I work with every day. So for me, I've always known it, so I just kind of embrace it. But I think it surprises other people. Like, we'll go out, and I'm the one that does all the talking when we're out and we're not on the air.
True. That is true.
I'm the same on the air as I am off.
Yeah, I am not.
You're almost two different people.
I am a WWE character.
Yeah.
For all intents and
that's
purposes.
true. But you would agree with that, though, wouldn't you, that you're almost two different people?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go home tonight, get stoned, read a book, and watch a Dodgers game. I mean, that's pretty...
That's
you
not bad.
You don't watch Severance, but it's about being two different people. And I definitely feel like going down in the elevator at the end is sort of me, like, decompressing.
Right. Didn't you tell me once that if I'm going down in the elevator, you'll often, like, make a left or go to the bathroom so you can take the elevator by yourself?
If you are going to the elevator, I will go to the can because I want that elevator to be free when I go down in the elevator.
Yeah, I made that mistake once.
Yeah, Laura was in the elevator one time. Totally threw me off.
Yeah, it was
Had a
weird.
really rough night afterwards.
It was so weird.
Yeah, I never
So
quite got out of it entirely.
It's the shortest elevator ride, too.
It is one
5
floor.
seconds.
It is like we're on the second floor. It's just 5 seconds, but it's like really. You don't watch Severance either.
I've watched not the latest one, yeah.
What's weird is Laura and I are kind of the same on the air and off.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Brian, you're kind of like Mason. On the air,
100%.
on the air, you're really engaged and good and different, but off the air, you don't really initiate a ton of conversation. You're perfectly nice, but it's like you're not life of the party guy, and that
Very
surprise.
shy.
Yeah, that surprises people about Mason. They expect when we go out and do these remotes that Mason's going to be hanging from a chandelier drinking whiskey, and it's just not
And
him.
that only happened once.
Yeah, yeah, it's Cappy. Good
That is
point,
Cappy.
Laura.
That's perfect. Yeah, I don't know.
I think
There's
that surprises people.
There's like a separate, hyped up version. There's a reason why I drink all that coffee. It's to get up for the show. Get up.
Yeah, but how do you come down? If I drank that coffee, I would be like wired the whole night.
I'm like,
How do I come
Okay.
down?
Now,
I'm trying to think.
are you still smoking stuff, or you take gummies?
Just gummies now.
Okay.
Yeah, just gummies and vape. Gummies and vape.
Well, vape is a type of smoking.
Well, but it's vapor.
And,
Still has an odor.
Does
Not
it?
as much.
I
can tell if somebody's
is
vaping. If I
vaping as
walk in-
bad for you as smoking is?
Oh, I
Yes.
doubt it.
There are a lot of
Oh, you think it is,
advertisements about
Laura?
it.
yeah. I mean, like, so my boyfriend used to smoke cigarettes. Now he vapes, and I want him to kill the vape because it's
But
just equally as
vaping
bad.
is much better than cigarettes.
It's
better
up
for
there.
the other people.
Yeah, it's better for the other people, but it's still really bad for you.
Yeah, you got to get the volcano vape. That's really where it's like
Wait,
clean,
what is that?
Clean.
What is that?
It's, I don't know if you've ever seen the movies. It's like the giant bags that fill up.
Okay.
It's an interesting sight if you look it up, but it's supposed to be 10 times better than like the vape pens.
Yeah, the vape, they're all bad for you. Like,
yeah, they're
I
all
don't-
bad for you. I
do a
do
little
not recommend it.
hookah.
I will say that vaping, I just did a little research, fewer toxic chemicals, no combustion, the tobacco doesn't burn, and there's less secondhand smoke. But vaping contains nicotine or whatever, not nicotine for me. Long-term health effects still unknown. All right. Let it roll.
Let it roll.
Long-term health
To be
effects.
determined, guys.
No, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I get there.
You look great, Mace.
Thank you. Hey, it's Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Reacted to Timberwolves locking up the 6th seed to face the Lakers in the first round this Saturday. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Please enjoy responsibly. Coming up next for you, something my mom is doing that is absolutely making me crazy. Just making me crazy. Plus, what is the best broadcast booth in sports? We'll do that, too. Coming up next, Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about Hyundai. So I love my Hyundai. I've driven Elantra, leased it. The moment I started working with the Southern California Hyundai dealers, I went out and I leased an Elantra. It is a beautiful car. Beautiful car. And maybe you want the Sonata. I test drove the Sonata. Really cool, really stylish. If you want to go SUV, they've got the Santa Fe. If you want to go EV, they've got the Ioniq 5, the Ioniq 6. This is next level tech. Safety features. Hyundai cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include their available class exclusive digital key and available remote smart parking assist. And because they want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, you also get complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles, plus 10 years of America's best warranty. And a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Do like I did. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
9 days ago in Los Angeles, the Kings beat the Oilers 3-0 to distance themselves from Edmonton in the Pacific Division standings.
Fiala down the middle, feeds right wing, in comes LaFerriere, right circle, shoots, save, rebound, they score!
Now the Kings have come to Oil Country with a chance to clinch home ice for an upcoming first-round series against the Oilers. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
This is John Ireland. You know BBGO. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey, but did you know BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers? BBGO promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find BBGO products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. BBGO knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try BBGO today.
Looking for a great deal on a new ride? Lease a 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SC for just $319 a month for 36 months, with $39.99 due at signing. Don't miss out. Drive with confidence with America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. And Hyundai's Assurance Program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or online at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com to schedule your test drive. Lease offer on approved HMF credit. $39.99 due at signing. Plus tax, license, $85 dock fee, and registration. No security deposit. 10,000 miles per year. Offer expires 4/30/2025.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
So stop doing it, Mom. Stop. So my mom keeps sending me words on text that are like, terrific, she'll say.
Aww.
And all the letters will like jump around and explode and stuff.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
I don't want any of the.
Okay.
Just send me a normal text. Don't send me like the exploding text.
I'm glad you brought this up. I did that the other day, and I didn't mean to do it. I don't even know how I did it. Like one of those words exploding and blowing up. Like, do you know how to activate that feature?
No, I don't know. I'm looking how to deactivate that feature.
I just did it to you guys.
Did you?
Yeah.
Right. But Laura, how? Okay, so
I'm
how do you
typing
do that?
In our group chat, I'm going to say hello.
Oh, God, I hate that.
And then, you know the little arrow to send the message? You keep,
You just
having
press it down and hold it?
And hold, and then now it's a slam. Or I can put an effect on the screen.
What is that effect called?
So this one is the screen.
Oh, God, I hate what you just did.
Yeah, I just sent one, too. I sent one, hooray. Is that one annoying, too?
Well, you didn't send it to us.
Yeah, I don't know who you sent it to. But Laura just sent one that said hello, and it
It's
just
like an
bounced
echo.
across the
Yeah,
whole
the
screen.
So it just depends what you want to do. Greg's going to love this because he's not here, but probably getting all of these. Like this one's invisible ink. So it takes a while to actually.
I hate that too.
I hate that too.
I don't like these. I'm not a fan of them, and
I do
also
the slam. I know how to do the slam.
Oh,
Okay,
there's your
Mace,
hooray.
I just got your hooray. I do the slam for people's birthdays. That's it. But I didn't know this was an extension.
Yeah, I'm
of
not
that
a big
feature.
fan. I don't think people quite know how to operate it yet because I'm getting words that jump around and.
It's
and
been a thing for
But
a long
apparently
time.
your mom has adopted it
my
as her
mom
thing.
it's everything.
Like naturally, if you say congratulations or happy birthday or New Year, those trigger, so it automatically goes.
Yeah, we saw a great movie. Great. It's going. Woo, woo. It's like enough, Mom.
You're not happy with your mom right now.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It just ruins
All
my.
right, so Laura,
whole
the
text message
choices
thing.
are slam, loud,
Mm-hmm.
gentle, and invisible ink.
Mhm.
Slam, I know what that does. It kind of announces with authority. Is loud the first one you sent?
Yes.
It just gets bigger, right?
What's gentle?
I'll send it to you.
All right, I'm going to do gentle to you guys right now.
Yeah, gent. What the hell's gent? Why, if you're going
I
to do
don't
it,
know.
why not do it all the way? Why are you doing
I
it
just
gentle?
did.
Yeah, it's
What's
like
up?
little,
Oh, I
and
see.
then-
It's just a little subtle thing. Yeah, people are dealing with this. We're
It's
talking.
not new though.
Yeah, well, it's new to me. It's new to me. All right, so Ireland.
I did. So go ahead.
I was gonna pivot off this, if that's okay with you. So I came across this story. Awful Announcing did this. The best broadcast booth in sports. Now, who for your money is the best broadcast booth in sports? Television broadcast booth.
Like we're talking about not a physical booth, but the people in it.
Oh yeah, the people
Okay.
in it. Yeah, not the press box, but the people.
I think Joe Buck's the best play-by-play guy, and Chris Collinsworth is the best analyst.
I will go with that. I'm a huge Chris Collinsworth fan.
Me too. By the way, Troy Aikman, very close second.
Very close. And most underrated broadcast team, Joe Davis and Greg Olson. That for the number 2 team for Fox is a really good team. I love Greg Olson.
Yeah, when Tom Brady gets tired of this thing, Greg Olson will ascend to the top spot.
Yes, he will. Yes,
I don't
he
know
will.
when that's going to be for $37 million.
37. Yeah, $37 million. I don't know when that guy's giving up that gig. By the way, you know what I heard on Thursday?
What?
Rams definitely having quarterback conversations with this draft.
Even though Sean McVay says that he has done no quarterback homework?
I think that's exactly the play because reportedly they met with Jalen Milroe last Thursday.
When did they pick 26?
Yeah.
That'd be a reach. Would you rather have Jackson Dart or Jalen Milroe?
Probably Jackson Dart, but I'm going to completely trust Sean McVay on this. I've been told that Sean McVay wants a mobile quarterback as his next franchise quarterback, and Jalen Milroe, from 40 time to his ability to elude in the pocket is just tremendous.
All right, but let me ask you a more philosophical question.
Okay.
As a Ram fan, most of their money is on offense.
Correct.
Why wouldn't and most of their needs are on defense? Wouldn't that be a waste of a first-round pick?
Well, here's the thing. They're going to need a quarterback to follow Matthew Stafford.
Right.
And if
But it doesn't have to be this
if Sean
draft.
McVay sees that guy, it all comes down to this. Sean McVay knows what he's looking for. If he sees that guy, well, take him. If it's Jackson Dart, if it's Jalen Milroe, if it's somebody, take it. Or if you're looking for later, take it. Their primary needs are cornerback and right tackle. Those are their 2 most important needs in this draft, and probably a wide receiver at some point. They're going to go in there looking for, another Cooper Kupp mid-round, late round.
Well, wait, not right now though. when you have Devontae Adams on one side and Puka Nacua on the other, you're good.
No, you need to add wide receiver depth because right now they got Jordan Whittington and they got Tutu Atwell, and they don't have much beyond that. So I think they do.
I saw McVay came out the other day and said he's underused Atwell so far, and he wants to give him more reps.
He deserves more reps. He was a really good target last year, but I would
as your number 3 receiver, I think Atwell is good. I mean, if he's your number 1, you're in trouble, but as your number 3, that works.
Yeah, I fully anticipate that they're going to go into the draft and find some offensive piece along with a cornerback, offensive lineman, and maybe a quarterback.
If Shedeur is still on the board at 26, do you want the Rams to take him?
Yeah, got to. I don't think he's going to make it there. I mean, there's
I
all
don't
kinds
either.
of.
I think he could go top 10.
There's all kinds of wild speculation that he could fall down the draft board. I mean, if you're
the guy I would take if I had a pick at the top of the draft is Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Travis Hunter.
I think Travis Hunter's going to be a great NFL player.
I do too. I think Cam Ward's going to be a very good quarterback.
I do too.
But I will say that would the Raiders, if Shedeur Sanders is still on the board, would the Raiders really not take Shedeur?
He's perfect for them. But they just dumped a ton of money on Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And they extended him, and that's a lot of your resources at one position where only one guy can play. And the Raiders have so much need.
Plus, is Shedeur Sanders and his dad, are they going to be happy being a backup to Geno Smith for a couple of years?
Probably not.
No.
But they'd be happy to play for Pete, I'm sure.
I really think you should go back to being a Raiders fan.
I might. I love the hire. I love the Pete hire.
Yeah.
I think Geno is at least an attempt to get a quarterback.
Yep.
I was just so offended by the way they shoved that crap team down their fans' throat last year with a lousy coach and no quarterback, and they did it knowingly. It was almost like if Mark Davis said, look, my Raider fans are so loyal that even if I put an absolute crap product out there and let Josh Jacobs leave and don't go out and get a quarterback and put Antonio Pierce at coach, they'll still love the Raiders. And I just felt like, that's ridiculous. You just took advantage of every loyal Raider fan there is, and screw you. And that's why I jumped over to the Commanders. But I might come back.
In fairness, the Raiders have not won since the 2000s.
Yeah, but we always
since the 90s.
We always had a team that was trying to win until last year. That team didn't even try to win.
Right.
And that's what was so discouraging.
Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty good this year.
They're moving in the right direction. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I think Geno Smith is pretty good. I think Pete Carroll is great, and I think they're going to take Ashton Genty in the first round. I think he's going to be tremendous.
Yeah, I would love Ashton Genty. That'd be great.
All right, coming up next for you is Game of Games. Now, it's your game today, Ireland?
It is, and Laura, you got to find somebody to play.
I got you. I'll have DeAndre.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, cool. So we'll do Game of Games coming up next. What did you say, Laura?
If you can do the Sea Liner.
Oh, the SeaWorld liner. Sure. Let's do a SeaWorld liner. In fact, coming up for you at 3 o'clock, Shadano and Cap live at SeaWorld San Diego. Bergman's going to be there. Morales is going to be there. They're there from 3 to 6. Follow them on social. A little bit later on, call for a chance to win a family 4-pack and a night at the family-friendly Paradise Point Resort and Spa, just minutes from the park. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing coming up for you today at 3. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Evan Cohen here. When the draft clock is ticking, you've got to pick the best talent, regardless of position, to fit your team's needs. Well, if you're hiring for your business, you want to find the best talent for any of your roles. That's why you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology hustles to find qualified candidates for your job immediately. And if you see a standout candidate, ZipRecruiter lets you personally invite them to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com. Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and it is John Ireland's game today. Playing along is DeAndre Hawkins from the afternoon show. What's up, DeAndre?
What's going on, everyone?
Hey, good. DeAndre was running the board in Oklahoma City when I lost it at the ref.
Oh, yeah?
DeAndre, did you think I was going to get in trouble?
No, not at all. I thought it was a fantastic call, honestly.
I don't care. Yeah, I have all these people going to me like, I've never heard you that mad. I'm still mad about that they threw Luka out. Unbelievable. All right, Mace, here we go.
Okay.
This Sunday, we celebrate Easter. So this is a game about Easter Sunday. It's all multiple choice. Here we go. Question 1. In what country did the tradition of the Easter Bunny start? A, Israel, B, Germany, C, Holland. Brian Cohen, Israel, Germany, or Holland?
I'll take Holland.
Laura.
I'll take Israel.
Mace.
I'll take Holland.
DeAndre.
I'll take Holland as well.
The answer is Germany. You all missed it.
Oh, no, Germany.
Opportunity lost. All right,
Didn't
Laura.
they also start with Santa Claus?
I don't know. All right, Laura. How many Cadbury cream chocolate eggs are produced each day?
Dios mío.
How many Cadbury cream chocolate eggs are produced each day? A, 500,000. B, 1 million. C, 1.5 million. Laura.
I'll go 1 mil.
Mace.
I'll go 1.5 million.
DeAndre.
I'll go 1.5 as well.
Brian.
1 mil.
DeAndre and Mace get the point. 1.5 million Cadbury cream chocolate eggs produced each
They
day.
are so delicious. It's just like a little sugar bomb. It just boom.
All right. Mace, in what country did coloring Easter eggs start? You know, you get an Easter egg and you paint it and color them? Yeah. All right. A, Ukraine. B, Denmark. C, Ireland. Ukraine, Denmark, or Ireland?
That's Ukraine.
Okay. DeAndre.
I'm going Denmark.
Brian.
I'll take Ireland.
Laura.
I'm going Denmark.
Mace, did you really know? Because it's Ukraine.
No, I had no idea.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
It sounded like it was right.
You did. You sold that very well. All right, Mason has the lead. D-Hawk, this one coming to you. Standing 31 feet tall and 18 feet wide is the world's largest Easter egg. It's in Alberta, Canada. How much does that egg weigh? A, 500 pounds. B, 5,000 pounds. C, 50,000 pounds. DeAndre, 500, 5,000, or 50,000?
I'm going 50,000.
Brian.
50,000.
Laura.
5,000.
Mace.
500.
Laura gets the point.
Ah!
5,000 pounds
Wow.
is that egg in Alberta, Canada. All right, Brian, this one. By the way, score is Mace 2, DeAndre and Laura 1. Brian still alive for Bupkis.
You don't know Easter. You
I
know
know. Sunday's a different day for me.
Well, I didn't think about that you would be culturally disadvantaged, Brian Cohen.
Well, think about it.
But,
None of 420 is Easter this year. So.
Oh, there you go. Mace has the edge.
A lot
All right,
of Cadbury eggs getting eaten.
Brian, when we think of Easter, chocolate and eggs usually spring to mind. But there is one other popular a popular snack that started with Easter. What is that snack? A, pretzels. B, cotton candy. C, beef jerky. Pretzels, cotton candy, or beef jerky, Brian?
Pretzels.
All right, Laura.
Why would you put beef jerky in there?
You going with beef jerky?
Sure.
All right, Mace.
Cotton candy.
DeAndre.
I'm going pretzels.
You'll be glad you did. The answer is pretzels. Brian's on
Okay,
the
you
board.
got me.
Reason being, the twists resemble arms crossing in prayer.
Oh, okay.
And starting in 1950, it was a tradition for Germans to eat a pretzel on Good Friday.
There you go.
There's your
there
one,
you go.
Brian.
All right,
I thought it was
Laura.
going to be Peeps.
I thought
Me
so
too,
I
yeah.
love Peeps.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to bring
Oh,
some
no,
Peeps
you
in.
don't.
Oh, they're delicious. That gummy.
Oh.
that
I can't think
delicious
of anything worse for you than a
marshmallowy,
peep.
That's like.
I like all the things nobody likes. I
Like the
like
candy
Peeps.
corn?
I like candy corn.
Oh, gross.
I like fruitcake.
No.
All right, Laura, this one coming to you.
Okay.
On Good Friday in Germany, this specific act is prohibited in honor of the Easter holiday.
Okay.
A, dancing. B, working. C, having sex.
Having sex.
Okay, Mace.
I'm going to say dancing.
DeAndre. Dancing, working, or having sex?
I'm going to go with having sex.
Brian.
I'm going to go with working.
Mace got this one. It is illegal to dance in Germany on Good Friday.
I saw Footloose. I know how this goes.
The thinking behind this ban is out of respect for Christians who mourn the death of Jesus on Good Friday and Easter. And in Germany, these days are considered to be holidays of silence.
Interesting.
All right, Mace has a 3-2 lead over DeAndre. Lauren and
go.
Brian
Let's
have
go.
one. Let's see how many are left. 1, 2, 3, and a tiebreaker. So
I think you got this, Mace.
Mace, you got to go first.
I
Here we
know
go.
Easter really well.
All right.
Yeah.
What percentage of Americans think the ears on a chocolate bunny should be eaten first? A, 60%, B, 75%, C, 90%. 60, 75, or 90, Mace?
I'm going mid, 75.
Okay, DeAndre.
I'm going 60.
Brian.
I'm going 90%.
Laura.
I'll go with the guy that's winning, 75%.
You'll be glad you did. The answer is 75%, which means with only 2 left, Mason has Brian, you're out.
Sorry, Brian.
Laura and DeAndre, you have to go opposite of Mace. Okay.
By the way, are we all in agreement that you do start with the ears?
I would.
100% of the time.
I would start with the ears, yeah, 100%.
Okay. Mace, what happened on Easter Sunday in 1998? A, Tiger Woods won his first Masters, breaking the all-time scoring record. B, I asked Lisa to marry me. C, Chelsea Clinton became the first child of a president to host the White House Easter egg roll. It had always been hosted by first ladies. So Tiger, me, or Chelsea, Mace?
Well, I believe I may have a built-in advantage here.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going to say you got engaged.
Okay, DeAndre.
Tiger, the first one.
All right, Laura.
Well, he seemed very convinced about you getting
But
engaged.
you have to go different.
But I have to go different.
So you have to go either Tiger or Chelsea Clinton.
So I'm going to go Tiger.
Mason wins, and I'm shocked you remember that.
Oh, I remember.
Absolutely shocked.
You got engaged to Lisa at the White House Easter egg roll, didn't you?
I did, and it was hosted by Hillary Clinton. But the reason Lisa was there, she was working for Earthlink. Remember Earthlink?
Oh, sure.
It was the first time ever that a live stream of the Easter egg roll took place, and Lisa was showing Hillary how to use the live stream. And then I flew in later that day and asked her to marry me. She didn't know I was coming.
Yeah.
All right, so Mason wins. We'll do the last one in the tiebreaker just for fun. Instead of Easter bunnies, Swedish kids dress up as what? A, fairies, B, wizards, C, Mad Hatters.
Yeah.
Mace, fairies, wizards, or Mad Hatters?
Fairies.
DeAndre.
Mad Hatters.
Brian.
Wizards, of course.
Laura.
Mad Hatters.
It's wizards.
I
Yeah.
don't
Brian,
know.
you sounded confident. All right,
You
here's the
did sound
tiebreaker.
confident.
Of course. Come on.
In the United States, roughly how much money is spent on chocolates and sweets each Easter? The closest wins, and you can go over. So how much money is spent each year, each Easter?
Worldwide or just domestic?
In the United
In
States.
the United States, okay.
All right.
Yep.
Everybody got a number?
Yeah.
Mace, what'd you get right down?
125 million.
Laura?
130 mil.
Okay. DeAndre?
200 mil.
Brian?
250 mil.
We're all low, aren't we?
You're way low.
Yeah.
Brian wins. It's 2.6 billion.
2.6
with a B.
Wow.
Think about it. I bet you 250 million gets spent in L.A.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Am I the
but-
only one that grew up Catholic here?
No, I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to do Stations of the Cross?
No.
Oh my God.
What is it?
So on Good Friday, my grandmother would take us to Mass, and at a special one, you go. If you look around a Catholic church, there are images of Jesus at different states of the when he was crucified, and so you have to go through each one, and there's a prayer at each Station of the Cross. I was a little kid; it scared me. It was I mean, it is a scary story, but it scared me, and I dreaded Stations of the Cross. That was-
Especially as a little kid.
as
I
a
would
little
think.
kid,
Yeah.
I was like, it's kind of hardcore. Did you go to CCD?
My friends all did. I wasn't Catholic, so I never had to go, but I know a lot of kids who did.
Yeah, I got confirmed. Laura, did you go through and get confirmed?
No, that's I have a bad story, but that's what killed me out of getting out of Catholicism. Yeah. It was just a lot.
It is. And by the way, confession is like one of the hardest things in the world. I found confession to be really difficult.
That's
as a
why
kid.
you have to go, because I wasn't confirmed. You know how you have to go up to the priest when he gives you the what
Yes.
is it called? The
wafer?
In Spanish is una hostia, right?
Yeah.
So I would have to go and have my arms crossed because I was not confirmed, so they can't give it to you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I always got pissed off because my Aunt Linda couldn't. She couldn't take communion. She still doesn't take communion because she was divorced. I'm like, that's a stupid rule.
That is a stupid
Yeah,
rule.
they
Half
have
the
a lot
country's
of-
divorced.
I know. I
They
know.
have a
It's
lot
a stupid
of
rule.
weird rules.
All right, there you have it. I don't know what we got off on there, but we got off on it. Thank you to Jacob Barani, who sponsors Game of Games. Remember, after a big accident, you want somebody, the biggest name in the business, and that is Jacob, here for you with a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. Coming up next for you. SeaWorld, we go live where everybody's hanging out this afternoon. Shadano, Cap, Bergman, Chris Morales,
Lindsay.
everybody's down there. Lindsay, we're going to the water next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
9 days ago in Los Angeles, the Kings beat the Oilers 3-0 to distance themselves from Edmonton in the Pacific Division standings.
Fiala down the middle, feeds right wing, in comes LaFerriere, right circle, shoots, save, rebound, they score!
Now, the Kings have come to oil country with a chance to clinch home ice for an upcoming first-round series against the Oilers. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Oh, festival season fashion. Country fans in boots, pop fans in their sneaks, and I in my stretchy pants because jelly beans. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Easter freebie. Get a free stuffed Beanie Bunny on Easter Sunday.
Number 2.
Big League gift giveaway. Get a sandproof picnic blanket when you earn 500 points on your rewards card the 22nd.
And the number 1 reason.
Fog Hat. Live May 22nd. Get tickets now.
Morongo. Good times.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins. Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Cap, I want to record it.
We're live in San Diego. Home game for Cappy.
There you go.
Not really. We're about
south.
No, we're what, 50 minutes south of your compound?
Oh, yeah.
Your mansion?
Oh, yeah.
It's an hour away from here?
Nah, I don't know about an hour, but it's...
And then security stopped him. They didn't want to let his bullhorn in.
Oh, is that
believe
right?
that?
No, I believe that.
That's un-American.
Did not want to let the bullhorn in. And I said to the security person, I said, I will be back. I'm going to go return it to my automobile.
And then Kelly, our friend from SeaWorld, she went out there to talk to security to make sure the bullhorn could make its entrance.
Bullhorn, you don't really do the show without the bullhorn.
Right, no, you can't be done.
Right.
So you did get the bullhorn in?
Bullhorn is officially in. Here, hold on. Let me just try this.
Do
one
it one more time.
Okay. Here we go. Hold on one second.
Don't scare the Dolphins. Don't scare the Dolphins.
No, the Dolphins are away.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Penguins scattering everywhere, right?
Yeah.
A lot of children here at SeaWorld.
So what animals have you seen? Or fish?
Fish.
Yeah,
we
fish.
pet the beluga last night.
Oh, did you? Those are
And we
beautiful.
saw some animals.
Is that the white whale?
What now?
Is the beluga like the whitish-looking whale
Yes.
kind of creature? Oh, those
and
are
it's
cool.
got the blowhole on the top.
Yeah,
Wait,
very
so that's
cool.
that's a real thing? You touched the beluga?
Yeah, that was last night.
Oh, because when you said I touched the beluga, I thought you were like making a joke.
It
about
wasn't
something.
double entendre.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah,
Oh, so
no,
you actually.
The
you
belugas
touched
are
the beluga.
cool. Yeah, the belugas are cool.
Really?
Super cool. Yeah, we got to high-five the beluga.
Oh, nice.
High-five the beluga.
There's content
That's right.
coming out today, live from SeaWorld.
Oh, beautiful.
We'll have all those videos. Carlo high-fived the beluga.
Now, what
and then
about
we
the
went to orca
jellyfish?
show.
Have you done anything with the jellyfish yet?
Yeah, jellyfish.
Cappy and I had our hands all over the jellyfish.
All
Did
of
you?
them in that jelly. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They make them here.
They make
They don't-
jellyfish?
They procreate in the cage.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, you know what I mean.
Not the cage. but-
You think they create them?
No,
Yeah, they
like they
create
make
them in a lab.
Like this guy showed us
They're
around
knitting
yesterday.
them?
Charles.
Yeah, Charles in
Shouts
charge.
out to you, Charles.
He came out yesterday. He showed us the whole behind-the-scenes thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, check out all these jellyfish. And it's not, they didn't go to the ocean, grab them, and bring them here. They made them.
But you
Well,
don't
they don't
pick
make
you don't pick them up, do you?
We picked them up.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Don't
and
touch
here's
them.
what they told us, is they're actually stinging you, but they're because of the food they give them that helps like reduce the sting so they won't hurt us. So we were stung constantly, but we
Yeah.
couldn't feel it.
Right.
It didn't even set off my heart
So was
monitor.
it like was it like a man of war?
I don't know what that is.
No, not like a man of war. Because a man of war, unlike a jellyfish,
I
a
think
man
will
of
really
war,
sting you like crazy.
right, but a man of war, what
Don't
it
cough.
does
This
is,
isn't Tulsa. Don't cough
I
on the
understand,
air.
but I had no choice, and I couldn't get to the cough button and the whole thing. So a man of war looks like a blue plastic bag.
It's like a
got
balloon
washed up
almost,
on the
yeah.
shore.
Yeah.
Like Sedano washed up on the shores years ago?
Similar.
Okay.
Very similar.
Okay.
But the jellyfish is more like a I don't know, how would you describe it? It's like a circular,
It's like a clear
floating.
ball.
Is it like
Yeah.
gooey and stuff when you pick it
Oh,
up?
it was a little gooey.
Yeah.
Well, I had to wash my hands after. It was a little slimy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Now, what
slimy,
else have
that's
you
the right
seen?
word,
Have you
slimy.
seen starfish?
There's some penguins that are
Penguins,
Have you seen any
yeah.
starfish?
fed. Yeah, the penguins getting fed about
I didn't
20
get
minutes
into
ago.
the starfish
No.
last
Did
night.
you not
Oh,
get
Mace,
into the
when
starfish?
you come down here, dude, we will go to the starfish exhibit for sure.
I think starfish are super cool.
They are super cool. Let me
No-
tell you what else.
Yeah. What else?
Let me tell you what else.
What else? Beyond starfish. What else?
The electric eel
What's
roller
your problem
coaster.
today, Mace? You sound a little tired. What's
I'm
going
not.
on?
I'm not tired in the slightest. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I'm
No.
thrilled to be here.
This guy's full of energy.
Yeah,
So-
you sound. You're usually much more spry than this.
No, I am spry. Spry should be used with an older man than 60. I'm
Right.
not spry. I still am full on energy. So what else?
Johnny
were
I.
you,
Johnny-
What else were you saying there, Cappy?
Well, the electric eel is the roller coaster here. Now, Mace, this roller coaster, tell me if you would ride this roller coaster.
Okay.
It starts in its position where you're stopped, right? Like you get in, you board, you load, and then you get strapped in. Okay? And when you get strapped in, here's one thing about being strapped in.
Right.
Once you're strapped, you're not getting out.
No.
Oh,
okay?
right, sure.
Like, you're on the roller coaster. You're on this ride for however long it lasts.
And you kind of want to be strapped. Like you don't want to go through that roller coaster unstrapped. You have to be strapped.
Well,
yes.
not this one.
Exactly
Definitely
right.
not this one.
So, Mace, they take it. So it blasts off. It goes straight about, 70 miles an hour, and it climbs about halfway up. Then it stops.
Oh.
And then you're just swinging back and forth.
Then it comes backwards, also about 70 miles an hour, and then it goes all the way up. Yeah. So now you're literally like looking straight down.
Yeah.
And then it takes off at about 70 miles an hour again, goes forward, goes up, and then there's 3 upside down corkscrews at the top of the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then you get to the very, very top of it, and I mean straight down 90 degrees. It looks like you're headed right into the ground.
And you're twisting while you're going down.
I'm gonna vote no for myself. The only I'll go as fast as you want. I just don't want to go backwards. Going backwards makes me on a train. I have to ride forwards. I can't ride backwards. So
So this came up yesterday on the Amtrak. Stephanie and I took the Amtrak, and somebody was complaining because there were no seats going forward. So they had to sit in a backward seat. And I was like, who are these people that get so warped out about
Well, it kind of makes me nauseous to go backwards. Yeah.
Mace,
so that's
can
a
you
real
do it
thing.
Can you do it on a Southwest flight? Can you sit in one of the reverse seats?
No.
You can't.
You got to reverse that thing sometimes.
No, I gotta be straight.
Okay. Well, now isn't that interesting?
No, that is
See, I always told you. I always told you. I'm gonna get you, Mace.
Sure,
I'm
got
gonna
me.
get you.
You got
I'm
me.
gonna get you.
Now, where we stayed last night, we were all at the Paradise Point Resort here, which is like 5 minutes from SeaWorld.
Right next to it.
It's
right
beautiful.
next to it,
It is
and
beautiful.
It is amazing. It reminds you of that you're in Hawaii. That's how it feels on the property.
Nice.
It's sprawling. It's beautiful. They've got the beachfront grill. We had coffee this morning right outside. It was lovely. It really
Palm trees everywhere.
I had a lagoon view.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Could view
So
the lagoon
wake
right
up in the morning, made myself some coffee, went out onto the patio, and looked at the lagoon. It was beautiful.
Oh, that sounds
And then the
nice.
earthquake happened. It was a
Oh, yeah.
massive
did you
earthquake.
feel the
Wow,
earthquake?
you guys
Right,
were
you
in the middle
you
of
were
that.
right down there.
So we were
Oh, very
inside
much
one
so.
of the coffee places. Stephanie and I getting coffee, and an alarm started going off. They sound like fire alarms, but they're earthquake alarms. And then everybody's phones started going off with the alert. So it was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It shook. It shook hard.
Big time.
By the way, did anybody get a final reading? Because some people are saying 5.7.
No, I heard
over
6.
I thought it was 6.0.
6.1?
6.0 is what I heard.
Oh yeah.
So it was 6.0 from what I heard, but then I was watching the news right after. They said 5.2.
The local Fox 8?
The local Fox 8. That's exactly
Oh,
what it
really?
was.
Fox 8.
Fox
When
8?
I lived
Not
there,
Fox
Fox
5.
8 did not exist.
No, there's no Fox 8.
Oh, is it Fox 5?
There's Fox 5.
What's 8?
KFMB, that's the CBS.
Yeah, that's where our friend Carlo Cicchetto works.
No,
Correct.
Carlos
That's
at Carlos at Channel 8.
Yeah, Channel 8.
That's what he's
CBS.
talking about.
It was the Fox channel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got it.
And by the way, last night our Uber driver, he was listening to 101.5 KGB.
Yep.
Remember KGB was the old AM station, 1360 way back.
I thought
the
that was
San
like the
Diego,
Russian people.
Yeah,
the
the
San
Russian
Diego
mob?
No, that's-
Chicken started as a
Right.
promotion at
That's
KGB.
right. That's
KGB.
exactly right. Johnny, I heard your story earlier today where you were doing the stand-up here at SeaWorld.
Yeah.
And the whale got you soaked, and
Yep.
the camera guy told you, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't get I didn't have push
Totally
record."
messing with me.
Oh my God, I was waiting for the rest of that story, like you were gonna freak out on the guy.
No, I was like, he's one of the best photographers. A guy named Tom Zizzi, one of the best photographers ever there. Worked at all the stations, great guy. I don't know if he's still working or not, but Ziz says to me, he goes, "I am so sorry I didn't get it." And I was just like silent for 60 seconds. He goes, "I'm just messing with you, man. I got it. It looks great."
You know what's
He held
amazing?
for 60 seconds, though. That's impressive.
Yeah.
No, I told Cappy he should have gotten Hacksaw to come by and say hi.
That's
to
a
you.
good idea.
Why didn't Hacksaw
You
come by?
tell
been a
me,
good idea.
Escondido.
That
Where
would've been a
are
good
my
idea.
inland North County lines?
SeaWorld
Poway.
line
We should do a
is
Saturday-
open.
We should do a Hacksaw Saturday morning show.
I love that idea.
I think it's
do.
great. I think we should
do
do like Hacksaw's headlines.
Well, he'll do it. First 15 minutes, he'll give you everything you need to know.
The best
He'll give you
15
everything.
minutes in sports.
That's right.
Radio.
Brought to you by Morongo.
Does he, Mace? Do you
Could
think
be.
he still has the high-speed sports
Of
wire?
course
or
he
is
does.
it regular
It's called
speed?
the internet. Now
I'll tell you
everybody's
about
got the
that.
high-speed sports wire.
You guys would be surprised. I think it's because this week a lot of schools in L.A. are on spring break.
Yes.
But there are a lot of people here at SeaWorld wearing Dodger gear, Laker gear. You know, people that are L.A. people that happen to be down here in San Diego for a little spring break action. So there's a lot of L.A. representation in SD this week.
And yesterday we got to experience the Seven Seas Food Festival here at SeaWorld. And let me tell you something, because our badges, like you buy the 10 badge thing or whatever.
Right.
They covered alcohol too, and Carlos Saisu got after it.
Come on.
He was stumbling with his in-laws.
Was he really?
Really?
Oh, my God.
Well, Carlo can drink. That's the thing about him. Like a wooden leg.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I didn't
God.
know that.
Carlo? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing.
He brought his in-laws, man.
He did bring his in-laws.
He brought Isla, too, his baby. 1 year old.
But he brought the
a week ago.
What?
Yep.
I asked him today, I said, hey, man, how was yesterday with the Outlaws? And he had no idea what I was saying. I mean, that's what you call the in-laws. You call them the Outlaws.
He's not divorced like you, Cappy. You have Outlaws.
I've never heard that.
Right, exactly.
Wait a minute. So who's the outlaw then?
His in-laws. He
the
was being
in-laws.
funny.
The in-laws. You call them the Outlaws. Doesn't everybody do that?
No.
Never once
I've never
in my
heard
life.
that. Yeah.
Not ever. Not ever.
Only
Never.
you, because you have bad relationships.
Not
probably
a
with
single
them.
time.
I guess you're right. You're
Yeah.
right, Queen. That's exactly
There's
right.
a movie on Netflix, I think, called The Outlaws.
He was
Yeah, but I
late
think it's a
yesterday.
cowboy movie.
Cappy was late to do content with us because Rachel wouldn't let him out of the house.
Oh, boy.
That's kind of a little true. That's a little
Scott,
bit true.
how dare you leave?
Right. On a Sunday, are they paying you?
You've already been watching golf all day.
Yeah, exactly. No, she's definitely giving
Did
him
you
that.
guys all watch? Did you guys all watch the golf
We
yesterday?
were all watching it together on our phones
Right.
as Rory missed the putt to win. I mean, he later won again in overtime or playoff, sudden death. But it was exciting to all be watching a sports moment and watch Rory choke, which we all kind of thought he was going to.
But he
anyway.
didn't choke.
He didn't choke in the playoff.
But he did the first time.
But on the regular, the first 18, he did.
He had like a 6-foot putt to win.
I think it was like 4.
Yeah,
4?
Yeah.
Ireland, what was it? You would know.
4 or 5 feet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Johnny I, the second shot on the playoff hole
was amazing.
Was absolutely spectacular.
Cappy,
Actually,
I was saying earlier, I don't know if I've ever seen a guy hit that many great iron shots and miss that many easy putts.
Yeah, yeah. Because he also had on 15, he had a spectacular second shot in 7-iron that he hit to about 4 feet, and he missed that putt too.
Now, John, when he double bogeyed to start his round yesterday, were you thinking, uh-oh, here we go again?
No,
or did you think he would even
Mike
out?
and I looked at each other and we went, DeChambeau's winning. And then
Oh,
DeChambeau
okay.
fell in the toilet.
Fell apart.
Couldn't handle the pressure.
And then Justin Rose looked like he was going to make that comeback.
That poor guy.
He took the lead at one point.
Yeah.
Johnny I, how's Idaho treating you?
Excellent.
Yeah?
Cap, I'm heading straight to the golf course as soon as I'm done with you.
Really? And what's the story with the house this summer? Like, should I put in my reservations
So far,
now? Or?
Cappy, let me just step in here. I'm the only one that's allowed to go there without supervision. You have to be
that's
there.
not true.
Yeah, no, you have to go there with
That is
supervision.
true.
It
no,
is true.
Lisa,
it's a fact.
it's a very short. But Cap, I'm going to have you out here this summer. I told Morales already. I'm going to do a 7-10 trip with the people that golf. I'll get you, Kate, Morales, we'll with wives/girlfriends.
I thought the house rules were no doing it in your bedroom.
No, you can do whatever you want in your bedroom.
No, I meant the master bedroom.
Well,
Are you going to invite Tommy, or is that not okay?
Well, we have 4 spots, Chris. Who should get the 4?
Well, not
I have
Tommy,
one.
then,
You have another. We have 2 left.
Can I go and be the bev cart driver?
No, there's no bev cart there. Yeah.
Oh.
No, Chris, I have a golf cart. I own one.
Oh, you do?
So
Oh,
we
so I'll
take
just
it
drive
down
his,
there.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
Will they let me in there? I don't know if that.
No, that's not.
You're not allowed?
No, not
No,
probably.
you're
No,
allowed.
I'm
You just don't golf as much as we all do.
Yeah, I'm golfing. I'm golfing now. I'm back. I'm back
What
to
about
the game.
Travis, or would he show you up?
Travis.
Yeah, Travis.
Oh, you know
What's
what? I
Travis
might have
gonna
to
do?
do.
Put us
I
all to
forgot about
sleep?
Travis. I'm going to have to do 2 different trips. Okay, we're
No,
gonna
we do an 8-some.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could. Well, we might be able to. I think Lisa had 14 girls here once. We might be able to do
yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, we might be
Let's
able to
bring
do it.
us and the 14 girls.
Well, we're
Hello,
me,
friends.
me, you, and 14 girls.
Yeah.
Hello, Friends was a great drop at the perfect time.
Yeah. Hello, friends.
So I was watching the Masters yesterday, and I'm not a big golf guy at all. I don't follow golf, but my takeaway from the entire event.
Let me guess.
Well, here it
Let
comes.
me guess.
Here it comes.